Johnny Lackey. Welcome back, dude. It's been a long time.
It has been a while.
It's been a long time since we did a podcast, and a lot of people have been asking why. So go ahead and get that out there. Our landlord passed away. It was a very intense situation for Bad Company and everybody that loves us. And I want to give a shout out to a couple people here in a minute. But we kind of scaled back, not even kind of, we scaled back work. And we quit doing the podcast because we thought we were moving. Landlord passed away. We didn't know what was happening with the building. So everything was up in the air. Total shit show, as you can imagine. You were here. You saw it. I'm finally coming back down from that stress high. Stress high is a terrible thing, but getting back to normal-ish.
It takes a while to recover from that level of stress for
Awful.
that long.
Awful, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was coming up. We didn't have a building. We went and looked at buildings, talked to a bunch of realtors, and reaching out to everybody. And I want to right off the top give a shout out to Tim McCulley. He was like, I will carve out a big chunk of time. I will haul a tractor trailer for you guys. I will move this shop. A couple other guys help me out here if you remember them.
Oh, well, I mean, I think that...
Obviously you.
Yeah,
you said
I was definitely on
you were
board.
going to carve out some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll come back to that.
Yeah. The names, we're not warmed up yet.
Yeah, I'm stressing out still. Like, even start talking about trying to move this place.
Yeah.
Jeremy was like, Jeremy Hooper, he was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to take week off of work. At least you tell me when you're moving. I'll come, move trucks, trailers, cars, whatever.
Yeah. And we know Evan's always going to be there to help.
Yep. Ron Clute was like, I will find you a trailer.
That's what I was trying to think.
Yeah. Ron was like, I'll find you a trailer, dude. We'll get a trailer up there, a big one,
Mm-hmm.
a tractor trailer. We will move stuff.
Walter was all down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Walter, he still owes me.
Oh, yeah, he does.
That.
Yes, he does.
And I want to drive that car, man. One of the hardest tunes I've done, not because of the combination, because of the situation.
The environmental impact was harsh.
We're out there 18 degrees or whatever the fuck it was. Like,
in the shadows.
I was trying to move my fingers. That was the hardest thing about that tune. And I eventually had to go sit in Mike McCulley's truck and warm my hands up so that I could change the air fuel on that thing, play around with the spark tables on it. And that was brutal but fun. I had a lot of fun. We'll get back to that. Jonathan Landry. He's another one. Jonathan Landry said, Mike, you tell me when you're going to move. I'll take at least a week off of work. I will come pack shit. I'll move stuff. I'll drive trucks. So I want to give a shout out to all those guys. All of them. And I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. But like a couple of them reached out to me just kind of independently or whatever, and just, hey, when it goes down, let me know. I'll be there. We'll get this done. You guys are going to make it. And those guys got me through a lot of stress, dude. Even though we didn't have to do it, it turned out the person that inherited the building said, hey, I want to keep you guys here. Let's renew your lease. And it was last minute. We signed the lease a little over 2 weeks ago. It was literally end of the fucking line, but the paperwork got sorted out, whatever, and this person wound up with the building and said, hey, you guys you're good here, I said, thank God. I don't want to move this shit. So that's where we've been. That's why there hadn't been a podcast. A lot of people have been asking, and Johnny said, hey, I'm ready to do another podcast. There's been a lot of stuff going on in his life. A lot of good stuff. Yeah. And he wants to give an update, so we're going to kick it off there.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me again, Mike.
My
Always
pleasure.
A blast.
So let's start off with you bought a new home. You're a lot closer to the shop now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Hopefully 5 or 6 days away from being a one-home person again, which would be nice. And, that's been an adventure, been a chore, but it's there, and we're settled in. I got to play with, I don't know, my computer today and listen to some music. What was that change of pace?
It's kind of a reset when you get to kind of settle back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely starting to feel like a human being again, and not just a work machine. Not quite to your extent, but definitely been constant.
Yeah, I started to pull the guitars off the wall and take them home.
Yeah,
That's
when it really sets in.
Yeah,
when you start taking the fixtures down, and you're like, oh.
And then the other day I put them back up and I sat down with one and I got to play for the first time in months.
Yeah,
I suck.
Yeah.
It takes so long to get back into it.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal to sit back in here and start to settle back into it. This isn't going away yet.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to be, and I'll be able to do podcasts in here at least for the next 3 years. That's what we just signed. So
yeah.
Hey,
it'll be awesome.
Here's to 3 years.
3 years and more.
There's going to be a lot more of you.
It'll be a good time.
So, before, I think, actually, after, whatever, where we left off, the Celica was just going back together. Can't remember if that was before or after the last dyno session.
Well, that was before.
Okay, so let's pick up there.
So before the last dyno session, it was going back together. And I believe I didn't make it to the dyno because I didn't have time. So that was the one where we did it. I put it together. I ended up just tuning it from scratch at the track and got it to where I could drive it. Did a couple of laps.
What operating system did you go to this time? I can't remember.
I'm running an MS3 Pro. It's actually a Pro EFI. It's their, trying to remember which one it was, but it's a smaller version of theirs, which is nice and compact. It's already pre-built, but it's already got the input outputs that I really need.
The micro squirt, or
no, it wasn't a micro squirt. It's just
that's what they do with the bikes.
Yeah, that's an even smaller version. So it's just like a Pro Light Gold. What is it? MS3 Gold Light. That's what it was from EFI Source. Source.
So you went from really badass carburetors to pretty nice EFI setup with. Yeah, I remember as very badass custom made throttle bodies, right?
Yeah, it's AT Power throttle bodies, which are custom ordered, and I had them set for my length, my bore spacing, so they actually go directly onto the DCOE carb flange. So I didn't have to change the intake, just had to port match it to slightly larger throttles.
How'd you sort that out?
As far as getting the throttle bodies, I really had to draw it up and send it to them. And they have the throttle body, they just want the spacing and the flange set up. It was a little bit of post work as well. Making an air filter, which is the first time I've had an air filter on the car in 15 years.
I can appreciate.
It's been air horns with screens, and that's the best I could do. And I finally made a box, and so now I'm actually running an air filter.
So you got to fall back on some of the engineering.
Yeah,
that's fun. Right?
It was fun
when you get to fall back on that. And I know how to do this.
Yeah, it is great. It's really cool to take something.
You're like
from
that
concept.
chick in Jurassic Park when she was like, "Oh, I know how to do this."
Yeah, it definitely was pretty cool to do projects. That's probably from an engineering standpoint. That's like the dream is to have the problem, visualize the solution, draw the solution, create the prototype, and then create the final product, and then apply.
It shows up and it's like, this is fucking wrong. Do it again.
Oh, yeah, I did. I ordered a $300 freaking, crank sensor bracket, get it, find out the crank sensor I have is just not going to work. And I have to redesign it because the other crank sensor's 3 millimeters taller.
Well, you got to see that kind of behind the scenes with me recently. I was designing that brake caliper bracket. You're like, hey, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And I was like, don't worry about that. That gap. My math was wrong. The design was good.
Yeah.
The math was wrong.
So
we ordered 3 sets of those. They're on the way. Custom machine, billet, whatever, and powder coated black or
Nice.
anodized black.
Yeah.
Should be here soon. So I think this coming week we'll have those 3. Hopefully I got it right.
Yeah, right. That's exactly the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to your car, I'm getting distracted, but like it just, I felt that like, oh yeah, I'm doing the same shit right now.
Yeah.
With stuff I probably shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that was interesting because that was the first application for me of a 3D metal printed product. You know, to actually have something go from concept to printed.
Were 3D printed.
Yeah, it's 3D printed,
Right.
6061
who'd you
aluminum.
get that through?
It was in 3D Tech. In 3D Tech is the
In
company.
3D Tech. Check it out.
Yeah. Definitely phenomenal prices. I don't know how their prices are now because they are in China. You know, so
Whatever.
subtle detail.
Yeah. I mean, for a prototype, dude, you know.
I mean, when I did it, the price for their 3D printed metal was the equivalent to 3D printed plastic here.
That's incredible.
It was unbelievable difference in price, you know. I mean, I can print some plastic parts, but I'm not paying that much for a plastic part, you know. And that bracket from here was going to be $1,000. A 300% markup on something that's already obviously going to be high. It's custom made, it's one off, but it just doesn't need to be that high. I'm sorry. So, yeah, so it was nice. Turnaround time was great. I mean, you pay a couple $100 extra and you can have the stuff in 2 days. I mean, I didn't do that, but you know, even the regular, I think it's like $40 shipping or whatever. It took 7 days from submit to my doorstep.
That's incredible.
Yeah, to have a part that's just
even
a
now
vision.
with the tariffs.
yeah. I mean, with like, from vision to in your hand, a functional billet anodized part, like that's just phenomenal. You know,
Right.
so. Yeah, I mean, to cut prices, I don't know. You design things like, you know, I'm not going to ask for them to thread the holes. I'll drill and thread the holes myself. You know,
I can do that.
But yeah, it was definitely a really cool experience to start doing that. And of course, the first one I showed up, like I said, I put it all on, started trying to get the car to run, and couldn't get it to read the crank sensor, and found out that the later crank sensors for the Hondas, for the KA24s, that one actually has an internal chip.
Back up, because we have to tell the people we're not working on a KA24.
No, we're not. We're working on.
We're
so this is
using a KA24 crank sensor
on a 2022R hybrid race motor with
so.
ITB. So we're running Megasquirt, trying to get this crank sensor to work, and it turns out, as I noticed when I got the crank sensor and I looked in the socket, and it's a, you know, I think it's a 3-pin connector, 3 or 4-pin connector, and there's an extra pin at the bottom. It's really tiny. There's this tiny pin at the base inside the housing. I was like, what is this other pin for?
In the sensor you ordered.
In the sensor I ordered. There's an extra little, like way tiny. It's like not, it won't even touch the contacts or the connector itself. Yeah. It's in the base of it. And so I tried to get this crank sensor to work, and I cannot get a strong enough signal to get Megasquirt to see a crank. I mean, I can see it. I'm watching on the oscilloscope. There is something, but it's barely there. It's barely there. Right. And so I do more research, and I find out that there's an internal.
So you went old school. Like you pulled out an oscilloscope.
Yes,
like a real oscilloscope. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see what's going on.
I didn't know this. I remember when you went through this, but I don't think you told me. Like you're like,
oh, I was watching it.
I was drug out an oscilloscope, put it on there. You could see.
I can see the signal, but it was only between like 1.2 to 1.3 volts. It was a very, very small change at a very low voltage. So it was not doing the 5 to 3 or 5 to 12 kind of voltage swing that it's expecting, you know, and it was doing this very, very small fluctuation. And it turns out there's an internal computer chip in there. And so that's what that extra prong is for, for programming in the crank sensor. So there's a procedure, and I looked it up on the later ones. This is like 2012 and up.
Yeah.
Hondas, you know. So there's a procedure to relearn the crank wheel. And you have to cycle the key or something like that a couple of times, and then you crank it, and it relearns the crank wheel. And the actual crank sensor itself relearns the shape and the configuration of the crank trigger wheel.
No shit.
Yeah.
So, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I had to use the older K24 or K22.
So you got away from that.
Yeah, so it's the same connector. They just
you went to like early 2000s.
Yeah, and it's same connector as well. They just switched a couple of the pins. So the 2 pins changed directions. So there's a lot of write-ups on people converting to the other sensors. And, you know, they never actually said why they were converting these sensors for any real reason. A lot of people just do it because it's what everybody else does. You know, they just follow in the leaders there. But yeah. So it turns out there's an internal chip in it, and that was preventing me from being able to do the job. So, yeah.
So you got past that. You got it fired up. Now you're fuel injected
instead
of the
Instead of the carburetors.
Instead of the old carbs, which we loved. We had fun with
Oh,
them.
I miss them. I held on to them for another year before I let them go.
We had a lot of fun with them on the dyno.
Yeah.
Welcome back, John. We're gonna interrupt this for a second.
Yeah. Try this. See, I got to work on this left-handed thing.
You got it, fuel injector. So
the reason for the fuel injection too, that's probably important.
it is.
It wasn't just a preference.
He can't hit 200 wheel, and he thinks he can do it with fuel injection.
I don't even know that that's
I believe he can.
I don't know that that's going to happen. But really, the key problem was as the cam got more and more aggressive.
What compression are you at?
Well, so this motor's about 12.8, 12.9 to 1. On the previous motor, that was closer to 15 to 1.
Why'd you back it down?
So originally, I was going to back it way down, and I was going to make it run on regular fuel because,
Really?
it would be nice to just drive it again. And so then when the carburetor decision to let go of the carburetors and go EFI, that's when I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with a flex fuel setup. That was part of the reason for doing the EFI. It was a nice benefit. And that's what enabled me to go back up to that 13 to 1, 12.8, 12.9 to 1.
Yeah.
Because that's basically the limit of pump E85.
It's close.
That's close.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, some days it'll be worse than that, but that's my
fuel
safe
injection,
zone. That's my safe zone. So I'm like, I'll be safe.
I'll push it closer to 14 to 1, which is dumb. But I will.
For something
I will with the 85.
Yeah, but and something for as people may learn as they do it, and as they should acknowledge as they get into it. Building a motor for doing a quarter mile is totally different from building a motor that's going to do 30 minutes.
Yes.
You have to have a much larger safe zone. And
you have to have a bigger tuning window.
Yes, way bigger.
Yeah.
So that was the other reason, is kind of being on the lower side with a large safety margin. But it was so that I could run E85 and maybe one day in the near future here be able to actually go to a gas station for the first time in 20 years with that car and pump gas in it.
And drive to a car.
It's going to be wild.
Yeah. So I'm not super familiar with those cars. Do they use like a gear drive or a timing chain set? Like
it is a timing chain set, yeah. So they
still running that standard setup.
Yeah, standard setup with adjustable cam gear. That's pretty much the only real modified thing on it. Obviously, there's a known problem with those motors. The guides are plastic from the factory, and chain gets loose and it actually cuts through into the water passage. But so these are metal guides, so you won't have that problem. But yeah, basically a standard setup. The latest iterations had a couple tweaks because I switched from a tall deck block to a short deck block, which necessitated a new set of pistons. And then that's in doing so as well, the short deck never came with a double row timing chain, came with a single row only. And as I had all the other stuff, I went ahead and converted to that. So you have to make a custom front timing cover. So you have to take the older timing cover and cut it down, re-weld it, and drill 2 new holes for the upper bolts. So because they're a 1/4 inch lower.
That's fun.
Yeah. So just a little thing.
Kind of on like that same line. Like I'm building a motor for Ron Glute, and
I'm excited to see this thing go.
Yeah, and I'm trying to push his compression like to the absolute limit of what we can do with pump E85, and to try to keep that tuning window broad as I can, because like the higher you push it, the tighter that window gets. We've moved him over to a gear drive. I'm trying to, I think we're there. I'm trying to get him to go to a like crank trigger. You know, the distributor is just there to actually distribute spark, nothing else.
And I still have that too. I still have the distributor just for the distribution.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to push Ron to that. Like, hey, let's get away from
the
old
stability
6AL box.
Yeah.
With the spring pressure we're running on his, and it's a small base circle cam, like it's going to be moving, and by the time it gets back there to the distributor, like we're going to have a lot of variance.
And you can still keep the 6AL. I still running. I've got a high
the
6.
Box. The box is fine.
Yeah, it's the problem like you're going to is that the cam and all the play in the gears to the distributor, it moves.
Yeah,
there's a few degrees that it changes the whole time.
Yeah, so like the front like cylinder on his motor, cylinder 1 and 2 are going to be running 36, 38 degrees of timing. The back,
Right. 37,
7 and
38.
8.
Yeah.
Or the other way, depending on at higher RPM, which way it flexes. A lot of spring pressure on that thing.
Yeah.
It could be down,
Yeah.
which will also drop cylinder pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to retard timing events just because of how long the cam is in a small block and the amount of spring pressure we're running and how we're running a small base circle cam. So all that adds up, not in his favor. So I'm trying to bring him over to this idea of let's run a little sensor on the front of your crank. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of companies have done that. There's a Yamaha motor that's actually in another vehicle that I've acquired, and that motor.
I want to get to that.
Yeah,
actually, I just want to go ahead and jump into that since you brought it up. So, there's a new horse in the stable. Johnny's got a new race car. He's got more race cars than garage space, and man after my own heart. So let's talk about the new horse.
Well, in typical Johnny Lack fashion, instead of going for things that are have a higher top speed and more horsepower, I went with lower top speed and less horsepower, but definitely more purpose. So it's a Diageo D962. So it's a first generation Diageo.
We'll try to drop a picture.
Yeah, they'll be somewhere in
here.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of it. We'll drop it right here.
Yeah.
It's got a great livery.
Yeah, it actually is. So, but it's a purpose built kind of like a LM style car. They called it modeled after a Porsche
Single
962.
seater, right?
It's got 2 seats.
I thought it was single seater.
It certainly should be, but it's got the little aluminum seats, and the seats actually touch. So the aluminum sheet metal is bolted together. So there is no extra room.
Cool.
I'd say combined total max weight, maybe 220.
I get it right.
You might just have to drive it.
I want to drive it. So that was like my fourth question into this. I was wanting to bring this up. When do I get to drive it?
So that's the cool thing about it too. Going lower horsepower, as an advantage. I do like people to experience stuff, and I think it's cool to give the opportunity for people to experience. It's a lower horsepower car. You really can. You can hand this key to a lot of people.
But
no key, but
a car like this, you have to drive it fast in order to get it. Correct me if I'm wrong. To get it to handle.
That's correct.
You have to stay in the speed because there's no weight pushing on the tires.
That's correct.
You have to keep.
You need the arrow.
You need the arrow, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you got to keep the arrow in the game.
Yeah.
Or else it's a shit show. Like driving something like that.
But the nice thing is you can hand the keys to somebody, and most
most
people won't drive that hard, so they'll get to experience it. And it's not something that you're gonna instantly. You're in a bad place. You're gonna have to intend to be in that bad place.
Are we gonna see this thing out here this year?
My hope was actually this month, but we'll see.
February?
It's pending being a one-house man. So yes, in February I'd like to do testing on it. So
where at?
I'll
be there.
NC Cars when I'd like to do the testing.
I'll be there. Like you tell me. Well, unless it's end of the month, because
I don't know. It may end up being during the week or something like that. I'm not sure because it's still kind of up in the air. But I do need to. I'll
clock out and go.
Basically, I need to do let's drive this thing and see what breaks.
Yes,
because the car's been sitting for 4 or 5 years. So it needs to go out and just find out what's going to happen. So. But
how often do you need reverse in the Celica?
Yeah, that's going to be an issue. So
because the new car doesn't have reverse.
Yeah, running a Yamaha YZF 1000, it does not have reverse. So you go one direction in this.
Yeah.
What does behind me does not matter.
Yes.
So I will not be worrying about reverse, and I will have to be strategic about where I go. I don't think I really need a whole lot if I plan for it. I guarantee for the first couple of years, I will forget.
Yep.
And I will have to get out and push it.
It'll be a lot of fun. I'm very excited that you picked this thing up, man. And when you first sent me that little screenshot, I was like, oh, shit, I want to drive that. You do too. I get to drive a lot of fun stuff. Mm-hmm. You get to drive a lot of crazy cars. Like, you get to drive higher end stuff than I do, but I get to drive a lot of high horsepower stuff. Some of it just absolute shit boxes, which I love.
I mean, that's my favorite.
Yeah. I love to drive something that makes way more power than it should.
Yeah.
And see if I can keep it on the road, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. I have the most fun in that.
And people come in here, you probably get it too. I want you to drive my car. Tell me what you think. I'm like, you don't actually want to know, because after you've driven a couple 7 to 1100 horsepower shitbox cars, and then the nicely built higher horsepower than that. I've driven quite a few up to 1400 horsepower cars. People come in here with a 600 horsepower, drive this thing, tell me what you, and they expect a big reaction from it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what gets me going anymore. Mm-hmm. But like jumping in something like this car you just picked up,
different,
like, not a bunch of horsepower, but super light, but also not balanced in a way that I've ever driven. I've never driven anything like what you just bought.
Yeah.
So when you sent me pictures of that thing, my first instinct was I want to drive it.
Yeah.
Which is not my initial instinct for a lot of cars that come in here anymore, because I've driven them.
Mm-hmm.
I've driven a bunch of muscle cars, stick, automatic, drag cars, whatever. And so that got me hyped. I'm like, I want to know when he's going to bring that thing out. And I want to help if I can,
yeah.
Play with those carbs or whatever we do. That would be very exciting. And I know you're going to bring it to NC Car for one of the events, and you're going to be stuck doing fucking ride-alongs all day. You are. Like, everybody's going to be just out of their mind when you're.
There's going to be a real penalty in that car. For a car that weighs 1,200 pounds to add a passenger, that's a huge penalty.
That's huge, dude.
We're talking a 15-20% weight penalty here per rider.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
You'll have to figure that out. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a project for a little later down the road. But I think for now, I'm just going to experience it for a little while, and I'd like to get a competition license.
You definitely need time in it. Like, that is so different from your solo car.
I mean, well, I will see, because my concept on how driving works is that it's really all just kind of the same, kind of like mechanics. It really is.
This goes right out to Mike McCulley, because he did not believe Johnny at the track. He did not believe Johnny.
There was a reaction had there.
And I remember that. And he said that to you.
Yeah.
Because, well, no.
He said this one's totally different.
Yeah.
You'll see.
You said it to him, actually. Yeah. I said that backwards. So y'all had a little conversation there in the pits, and you're like, no, it's a car. Yeah. I can drive it. And his reaction getting out of the car, actually, I was inspired by it, because that was a man that can drive his car. He takes it to events, Summit Point.
He's been to several. He's been to several events.
He drives his car, and we love him. And he built it from the ground up, and wrecked it, and tore it all apart.
Much appreciation for the opportunity to drive that.
Yeah, and it's a weird car.
Very, very unique.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but watching him talk shit to you, which I love. I love the shit talk at these at these private events, dude. The little bit of,
it's much more casual.
I feed off of it though. Mm-hmm. Like the little bit of shit talk, and guys trying to figure out where they are. I love to see that. But Mike got out of that car so humble. Did not know he could put it so far past what he thought was the edge.
Yeah.
Like, and you put it out there, and he thought you were way over the edge, but you thought, I really didn't put it on the limit.
Yeah, there's more. I mean, with seat time, you will get more in that car.
Yeah. So.
But, yeah, it was unique, very unique.
Sure, but that's one of the great things about these events that you put on. Is that people get to go out there and, if they choose, ride with different instructors or have people with different experiences drive their car. Because, like, you think you know your car,
mm-hmm.
and then somebody jumps in it and scares the shit out of you.
Yeah. And you learn a lot of things too. You learn a whole lot of things.
He
About
did.
different
He
cars.
went back out.
Yeah.
Right after you drove, and like after he saw like how far you would hang that car out, and it would still bite.
Yeah.
Like it would ride out the corner and then bite and then come back. It would come back and it was controllable.
Yeah.
He went out and tried to do it, and then he came back in, and he was like, I did like 3 laps trying to drive like Johnny, and I've got to stop. Like, which I thought was great, because like he went to try to emulate what you did, and he put his own skill set against that experience, and he did well. He went faster, but he came back and thought, I've got to digest this actually.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
And that's very important, actually. When learning anything, you have to go away. You have to walk away. There's clinical research that proves when you go away from something and separate yourself from the situation, you will gain the ability to handle that situation better when you come back.
But I thought he did it right. Try to replicate it right off the hip.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. He was, I don't know how to say this politely, put in his place. I don't know. Mike, I love you. You know this. But he was shown.
His eyes were opened.
Yeah.
His eyes were opened.
He was shown the car has a lot more. But he didn't like go put it in the trailer and try to figure out how you did it. He got in the driver's seat, went out, and was like, how the fuck did he do that? Which is great.
Yeah.
You know? And it's awesome for you too.
Oh, it is awesome.
It's awesome because he wanted to try to do what Johnny just did with his car that he built. Like, that was great. And his son jumped in there with you and was like, what the fuck? I didn't know that car would do that. So that's just a little tidbit from that one event, man. And I want to talk about these events some, and I need to get out to more. And people are on me. Like, we need more than 3.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're doing, like, 3 or 4 of these a year.
Yeah, it's
they're
about
like,
3. Yeah.
They're like, Johnny, we need 10.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out how to make it worth your while. And they want you there. These people do. Everybody that I talk to is like, Johnny's got to be there. So.
Well, I appreciate that.
It ain't me.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, it's these guys. They want more. They want you there. They want the crew that you put together. The other drivers, Tim, and everybody loves Tim.
Yeah, no kidding.
Everybody loves Tim McCulley.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that it's good people. It's a curated collection of people. The event is not good because cars are there or because there's a track. Nope. The event is only good because the people there are all good. Yep. It's the best collection of people you can have. That
I try to be super selective who I invite.
Yeah, because
you very graciously have given me the opportunity to invite people, and I don't take that lightly. But I've been trying to invite more young people. I want to see this thing grow. This thing being road racing.
Yeah.
You know, and you let me bring a very young guy out to the last event. He did great.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Age doesn't seem to be an indicator. It really doesn't. It's all mentality. It's a different type of person that can do that and be calm and be cordial and
take instruction.
Yeah, take instruction. Yes.
Yeah. Somebody that can have somebody in their car that they're used to driving, and somebody can be in there giving them instruction to do better, and they can take that and use it. That's a big deal, and that's what I look for. Mm-hmm. You know, I've brought out a couple people recently, some old guys like Rick that swore they could drive. But that's fun. That's a lot of fun because he never got to road race.
Yeah,
and
as long as really the key is that when you get there that you have an open mind, or you are willing to let your mind be opened. If you can't do that, you might show up and think you got everything figured out, but as long as you're at least willing to accept when you know you didn't have it figured out, that's all you actually need. You don't have to be there knowing that you're not a good driver. You just have to be willing to accept that there's more to be had.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And I've been driving a long time. I'm not a good driver.
Yeah.
I'm not. I do just enough to not fuck up these high horsepower cars, you know. And I'm so grateful to have a dyno. Because probably by now,
If you were street tuning all this.
I was
Yeah.
for many years,
Yeah.
like 10 years street tuning. So, but now the dyno,
It's pretty much required when you reach a certain horsepower level. And really,
but I
if
still
anything.
street tune them. Like I've got 1,200 horsepower cars around here.
That's
and
part of it. That is definitely, it will always be part of it.
when
Because
they
that's
tell
the real
me
world.
when they tell me I drive it on the street,
yeah.
I go drive it.
Yeah.
If it's a drag only car, I don't.
Yeah.
I make sure it will idle to the pits,
Yeah.
burn out.
Yeah.
But before the dyno, man, like there was a serious fear that I'm about to fuck up. I'm gonna have something happen. Even though I'm a good driver, I consider myself a pretty good driver. I drive 1,000+ horsepower cars.
Was there a car that made you? Was there a specific
Yes.
car and incident that
Yes.
made you feel that?
Yes.
What was that?
We call it Twicey. Is a Chevy 2. Very nicely built. Chevy 2, 66, 67, Chevy 2, LS. Had kind of a high rear gear in it, and this was before I had the dyno. We put a cam in it and kind of turned it up, and I took it out on 64, probably like 11 o'clock at night.
In Mexico, there's another 64 down there.
Yeah. And did a like 3,500 to 7,000 pull. And I got back to the shop, like looking at the data, and I looked at it, and the mile per hour that I hit, I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I should not be doing this.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's a good way of seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, the mile an hour that I hit, and not even thinking about it. I'm just foot to the floor, like trying to get data. That's what I've been doing for a decade at that point, just tuning on the highway or whatever.
That was the tunnel vision.
Yeah,
It was the tunnel vision. I'm focused
Yeah.
on the tune.
I'm just
on
watching the
goal.
wideband. That's
Yeah.
all I watch.
Yeah.
Wideband. But this thing had like a 330 rear gear or something, and made like good power. I never got to actually dyno it, so I'm gonna say close to 550 wheel,
Yeah.
and it's a
Fairly small, lightish car.
3,200 pound or
Yeah.
lighter car. Not gonna say it, but like the data log, the mile an hour that I hit. When I got back and looked at the data log from HP Tuners, I was like, I need to quit. I need to quit doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. On a even on an interstate, like stuff like that happens quick.
yeah,
It's quick.
it was the fastest I've ever been on a public road.
Yeah.
By a lot. By a whole lot. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And that was one of those points where like I need to really increase my prices so that I can afford to rent a dyno. I need to buy a fucking dyno.
Yeah.
So we bought a dyno.
That doesn't eliminate the price increase. Sorry, guys.
No. No, but
That wasn't an or.
yeah, no. Like it was just I have to do one or the other. You know?
Yeah.
I have to get off the street.
Yeah.
And there were a couple near misses with some 400 or 500 horsepower cars, because I always tuned at night.
Yeah.
Like I want to let traffic die down and all that, but then the dew settles and whatever. Like so, I always try to tune at night.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't know, but like I used to work 16 hours a day. Like come in, work on the car, put the cam in, whatever, and then the other one that we just finished, take it out on the highway on 64 Mexico,
Mm-hmm. In Mexico. Yeah.
do tuning, you know, and it was all night tuning because no traffic out there, especially during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID was the pinnacle of tuning, dude.
That was
Street
fantastic.
tuning. Street tuning was awesome.
That was
back then.
fantastic. God, I missed that drive to work.
Nobody was out there, so like I could do 180 mile an hour
Mm-hmm.
tuning rips, fourth gear, like give it all it's got,
Yep.
and really dial something in.
Yeah.
You know, without a dyno,
Yeah.
and it worked,
Yeah.
but my family was not happy about it.
I mean, it has its advantages too. You know, being on a dyno definitely gives you a lot more clarity on what's going on.
Yeah.
And it saves so much time. So much time. You don't have to pull the data up. It's there. And you can make the change right now.
But I'm not like, where are the cops? And
Yeah.
you know, where do I pull off? And yeah. It's such a game changer having the dyno, man. And what a pain. Buying it, getting it here, installing it, then having to move it. Like, I didn't have to do that with the interstate, you know? So there's that.
Yeah.
Like, that people don't think about, like, you got a dyno, fucking, you got it all. Like, sure.
We still need to do another podcast, a multi-person podcast, because I don't know if you remember this from way back, the old shop, hanging around, and somebody else, I forget who mentioned it, but somebody said we should do a podcast and we should call it something. You remember what they called it?
I know they were talking about we should do it from the dyno. We should sit on the dyno.
Yeah, it was called Around the Dyno.
Around the dyno, yeah.
Yeah, and there were like 6 or 7 of us just hanging out, chatting.
Yeah.
It was a really, really cool environment. So,
Yeah, I think we should.
yeah.
I definitely think we should bring that back. And we're bringing on so many more race cars now. I don't do enough publishing online, and I don't keep up with our social media enough. But we're doing way more drag cars now, way more road race cars now. So it would be very interesting to get some of these guys that think they have something to prove on the dyno, first of all.
Yeah.
Some people that would love to live through the dyno, Johnny
Yeah.
Lackey. Get them up on the dyno and just talk about, you know, what it is to build a car that you've dreamt about for X number of years, that you wired, that you plumbed, that you did all this, and then bring it to the dyno. Like that's a
have your
hard
dreams
thing.
crushed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people have talked shit about my dyno. It's a Mustang dyno. It's the heartbreaker. I'm like, yes,
It's
it
a
is.
dyno.
It is.
It's a dyno. That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. We've put.
They're not
plenty-
here for your feelings.
I don't give a shit about the numbers, and that surprises people.
Mm-hmm.
They ask me when they drop it off, what do you think it'll make? Well, what it makes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's not a number I'm shooting for. If
Yeah.
you're shooting for something, you've already set yourself up for heartbreak.
Yeah. Or a perpetual investment with no return, just so you know.
I like that. Keep sending money.
Yes. Just don't ever expect a return.
Yeah. The dynos, it's so much more controversial than I expected.
Yeah.
Like, because I had rented them before and I'd worked on them before. Like, I have tuned on dynos for many years, but I wasn't associated with a shop. I was just there tuning out, whatever. So, like, the controversy wasn't part of my experience. Now that I own one, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible how disappointed people get.
Yeah.
And how surprised some people are. So, like, we just finished tuning this supercharged 3-valve Mustang. It had little shorty headers, nice Ford cams in it, whatever. 3-valve Mustang. They don't ever make anything. And I told him that when he dropped it off. He's like, it's my wife's car. It's a stick shift, whatever, which I like. I like tuning stick shift cars. I don't want to deal with trans tunes.
Yeah.
It made like 403. The one that you saw, like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
blew the exhaust gaskets out. And we sent it home. He brought it back, dude.
What did it end up being? Was it a clogged cat? Was there a clogged cat?
It was the gasket.
It was just the gasket that caused it. That was wild, dude. That was wild.
We brought it back. We brought it back, and it put down like almost 40 more.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't believe it. I shut it down, cooled it down, did another pull, and it picked up like 4 more. I'm like, oh, it's real. It was just that gasket blew out on that passenger side, and
Just throws it off that much, yeah.
it was just dumping fuel to that side.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
wild.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dyno has been like a huge up for the shop, but also people talk shit because it's Mustang.
Yeah.
Like, he told me I made 404. Like, you did.
Well, the people that are really down on it, they're not going to the dyno for the dyno. They're going to the dyno not for the car.
They just want a number.
They want a number for a forum post.
Yep.
That's what they want. And if that's what you're going for, the dyno's not where you go. You can just make that number up.
Yep. Yeah, just write on the form what you did. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Chat BT a picture of a dyno plot. And it's all right.
Yeah. So, a couple of people, most of them, want more than 3 events this year. Like, how do we get Johnny Lackey to put on more events this year?
Really? I mean, I think it could happen.
These guys are on my ass. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Rick Deal.
there's certainly a level of excitement that you want to do more. And I hate to like discourage people from going to this event, but there's more events to have out there all over the place. And I do encourage multiple tracks.
Absolutely.
You know?
Rick just brought me this SCA1 thing that he's trying to join. And he's like, they go to Summit Point, whatever.
Yep.
I'm like, do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Because you're going to get involved with other instructors that have different views. And that's a good thing.
Very much. I very much encourage people to have other instructors, there is a point at which I'd say, you're not likely to get an instructor that's going to be the best at driving, but you never know what kind of instructor's ability to teach is. And that can be far more important than their ability to drive.
Yeah.
Because they're just there to watch. And if they're a good watcher, then you have a great teacher. That's more important than anything from the passenger seat. So I do encourage you to have other instructors. Don't worry about what they drive or how fast they are. Just go find out, and if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, you don't, but you still get the seat time. You can still learn, whether they learned or not.
I'm still going to lean on you for them. How do we get more
at NC Car? I need more people to commit to it because the reality
Do you need
is
more? I've been pushing people. I've brought some people to the table, but I've got more in the wings that I wasn't sure about.
So for long-term commitment, I'd say the big one is, and we've talked about this for a little bit, it's been floated an idea of actually doing a track membership. So a lot of big tracks do that. They have, VR Club has it. But of course, they're thousands of dollars, and then when you get there,
we don't want to get into that.
200 people on the track, so they've gotten so big and expensive, and it's crowded.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, so, but that's what we've actually talked about doing at NC Car, is actually having an idea of doing a track club. So to get enough people invested in a track club, then I think we can do 4 or 5 events a year, no problem.
I think 5 is a good number.
I think it is too. I think that's actually a really ideal number to do it, because you can still do a couple more events outside.
And the guys that can't buy tires for every fucking event, like 5 events is good.
There's a lot more people than I expected that are into it, but not that into it.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, if you've got a track within a couple of hours, you load up, you go to that track, it's not a big deal. You can go there in the morning, you can drive, you come home day. It's a long day, tired day, but you can do it. You got a track that's 5-6 hours away, that becomes not an option. Yeah. And now you've got a couple of days of hotel to add into it. You got much more fuel to get there and back. There's a lot more invested in transporting a vehicle there and back. So there's a lot less commitment for that. So
people are not all on board.
Yeah. And I mean, I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun, but it does take a lot to do it. It takes a lot more to do it. And there's a lot more people than I thought that would be willing to invest the money to go to a track,
NC
but not
cars.
willing to go 5-6 hours away.
Yeah, NC cars like right here.
Yeah, it is. It is very close.
I really think you could easily push it to like 6 or 8 events.
Yeah.
I think you start with 5. I think 5 is great.
Yeah.
Try for 5, but I think you could very easily the people that I'm talking to that want to do this, and I'm trying to get more young people, and you've seen that. I brought a 17-year-old to the last event, and that was very cool. You guys brought him out and whipped him into shape. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to push more young guys into this, and they would very easily go for like 8 events.
Yeah.
They're hungry.
They are hungry, but I think a lot of those people will realize pretty quickly what it means to do that. It takes a lot of work, lot of work.
That's why I think 5 is a good starting point.
Yeah.
See if people do 5.
Yeah.
You've been doing 3. If we can get 5, and I think we can very easily get 5.
Yeah, if we can do 5 events, I think if we did a year with 5 events and successful participation, I think that would be the point.
How many did you have for the last one? Like, this is significant.
That was kind of a surprise. I will say that was kind of
a surprise. Shitty and cold.
It was shitty. It was cold. It was, Mike was dealing with what Mike was dealing with, and I'm dealing with my house situation. And so it was really kind of last minute. I really wasn't even 100% sure I was going to have the ability to do it.
I didn't think 10 people would show up.
I really didn't. I really didn't. And so I don't think the notice went out 3.5 weeks before the event. Like, hey, we're going to do an event in a few weeks. Anybody want to come? And we had 19 people show up.
Right.
Yeah. So
and it was
in 3.5 weeks of notice.
8 degrees.
And this was 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This was holiday weekend.
Yeah. Holiday weekend.
Which might have worked for a lot of people's favors. Like, sorry, I can't stay. And I'll see you later, in-law.
Got to get out of the house. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was a fantastic event.
Oh, yeah,
actually, the weather was great.
Yeah, it did turn out.
It was cold
really
as
good.
shit, but the sun was out, so the track got up to 10, where people could actually run. What's his name with the C5?
Which C5?
The silver C5.
Because I haven't had enough to drink, so I can't remember. But he Tidewater Sports Car Club president.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. But he was out there, and
we're gonna insert it. Just put the text on the screen.
Yeah, he drove for a straight hour.
Yeah,
I watched him. I sat out there, and he drove for a straight hour.
Yeah,
on what was initially a cold track, but he came in, made a couple adjustments in the pit, went back out, and just kept driving.
That's absolutely what he needed to do to that car, because he races that car and competes in it. And if you're going to try to do a year of competition, that thing damn well better be able to hold up to an hour.
Yeah,
if you do that, then you can do some 15, 20-minute sprint races. We got that all day.
And he said that. He was like, he got out, he was sweating. He was like, dude, I haven't driven this thing a straight hour.
Yeah.
In so long.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what's great about coming out to these that you put on. Like these events that you put on out there in NC Card. Like, you can get more seat time than you can stand. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to encourage anybody, but also younger guys. I'm trying to find some younger guys to come out because they've got the endurance. Like, put them out there and push them. And I want to move some of these guys that actually are into it, like Evan Clare, into like the Optima street car.
Yeah.
Put them out there, make them drive for an hour, see if they can do it. See if they can really handle the car that long.
Yeah.
And then try to move them into these some of these other like high end events. See what they do.
There's a lot of groups at Lucky Dog, AER, Champ Car, all these guys that you can run your own cars that are prepped for the racetrack, and they're race cars, but you can run your vehicle. We have different vehicles out there. You don't have to have a standard car. You can have your vehicle out there and do it. And they can't be street cars, obviously, to some degree. I mean, but, like I still have a license plate on my car, but yeah. But you can have
it's old enough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, those events are really good, and you can go out there and do hours and hours of racing. They do 4-hour races. They do 2-hour races. They do 12, 24-hour races. And so you can choose to go out and do these events in your car.
Are you going to do one of those this year?
I would love to do one. I don't know.
You did you do 24?
I have participated in, I think, two.
I remember the BMW. What'd you do?
It was all E30s. There was an 18-hour, which I believe, or a 16-hour. There was like an 8-hour and 8-hour, I think.
Is that the one you went down, the car was all torn apart, and you fucking put it together?
No, that was the first. That was an E30. That was E30. That was a 24-hour. That was a 24-hour.
That was 24-hour race.
That was the one.
And you raced a lot through the rain in that.
Yeah, there was torrential rain. So yeah, that was unbelievable amounts of rain. So, but yeah, we made it 17 hours. And
what's your advice for somebody who's got to race in the rain?
Racing in the rain? Go do a drift event. I mean, seriously, that's when
if you want to be competitive in the rain, you need to know how to drift.
Yeah. And
that's a good
drift
point.
a lot, because you're going to be drifting. If you're not drifting, you're not driving fast enough. It means you've never.
Say that a little louder. I don't know if that.
If you're not drifting, you're not driving fast enough.
There you go. Yeah. You heard it from Johnny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really the biggest training one. And I actually encourage.
When was that?
That event?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to dig in the catalog, but I want to say it was like 12 or 11, maybe.
No, I'm talking about the one kind of recently.
The one that the car got crashed.
You were sending me the stats from your Apple Watch or something. Remember? Like you're like, I burned like 12,000 calories today.
that was the one. The car had an incident, so there was a slight incident, and then somebody else was trying to go for a window, which you shouldn't go for a window.
But how many hour was that race?
I think there was 8 hours each day. So they did a 8-hour race one day, an 8-hour race the next day. I believe is what that one was.
Still insane endurance.
Yeah. So it's and the seat time is up to a tank of gas or 2 hours maximum.
What do you think you get from that kind of endurance racing versus like something you go to NC car and you can run until you're meh? Like, what do you think you get from being pushed like that? Do you think you really think it pushes your skill set?
No.
No,
not at all. Your skill set will improve a lot more at something like NC car than you will.
Where you can take a break.
It depends on what level you're at too. I mean, if you're much farther at the beginning level, if you're much closer to beginner level, it's going to be huge. If you lack seat time, having 2 hours.
If you lack seat time, I'm not going to put you in a 24-hour
There's a lot of people that do it. It's amateur endurance racing.
That's true.
So there are people that have literally done no track weekends and have showed up to those events. And
that's scary.
It is scary, but
they're right next to you.
If they make it 2 hours, they will gain more experience than most people do in years.
That's a good point.
So if you're really beginning, or if you're at the beginner level, it will be huge for you. As you get more veteran and you have more driving skill, it will be less because you will push less out there. It's an endurance race. You should not race for every turn. You race for the hour. You don't push.
So what about the track? How much should people move around track to track? Because like here in the Virginia coastal plain,
there's an acceptable.
Like, do you think you learn like Summit Point to VIO or
it depends
to NC
on how
car?
you learn. Depends on how you learn. I'll say it that way. Going to one track over and over and over again, I would say, can tend to.
You start to just memorize the movement, like just muscle memory.
Yeah, and without traffic too. That's the other thing. So
like these guys doing like fucking simulators
and more HPD, more regular HPDEs. They won't teach you that, because in most regular HPDs, and really a lot of groups in general, like a lot of HPD sanctioned events, they do not have a session in which you guys can pass anywhere.
So what you're saying in your events, we should do something with traffic with people that have some experience.
Well, we do that. We allow the advanced drivers that are there.
We should push them.
They can, and that's where they learn. They go to try that. You can actually go there and push yourself. At NC Car is a facility that is safe enough to do that. That's really the big key. NC Car has the safety to make a mistake.
That's what I want to lean on, like guys like Rick Deal. Like I want to lean on him to like
mess up.
Well, no, not mess up, but like, can you handle yourself around another car? That's what I'm nervous about.
Yeah,
because he can afford to replace his own car or to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses that car, he's all right.
Yeah.
But like, can you handle yourself around other cars? Can you, and are you okay with the consequences of racing near, not door to door, but near other cars? Like,
Yeah.
there are consequences. So that's a different level of pushing somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a position to push him there. Well, not just him, but other guys that I work with. I don't want to just call him out, but
Yeah.
but I like him. He's my favorite squirrel right now. Because he came to me and he was like, I want to race, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what. I just want to race cars. So,
Well, sticking to one track, I would say the limitation and the goal is really what's important there.
but how do we get these guys that are young to racing? Not old guys. They're older, but they're young to racing. How do we get them comfortable in a near door-to-door without...
Well, I think
because that's how you start challenging yourself.
It is, but historically, I think the big key is the financial risk. Because when you're younger, you don't have that. You don't have that buffer, and there is that financial risk. Now, if you're like me, you show up with something that's worth nothing anyways. So
that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about just like a low budget door-to-door.
Well, and
like try to put a cap on it somehow.
I mean, I haven't participated in it, but I think it's awesome. But there is a Panther Racing League. So, and I think they're national at this point now. I know they race in Texas. I've seen them on the East Coast. I don't know if they go as far to the West Coast.
What's the
Panther
deal?
is the Crown Victoria LTD.
Oh yeah,
platform.
Panther.
Yeah,
Panther platform.
Yeah. That's the
So
the name of the chassis. So.
Super low investment.
Yeah, you can get them all day long. Cage them, seats, safety equipment, go, and they can take a beating.
Yeah,
they can take
somebody
and still go. So,
somebody nips you, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you watch.
It's not your '66 GTO. It's not your 03 Z06. It's not your 2017 Z06. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it. You can Cletus McFarlane. You look at his junkyard, and it's like 90% Crown Vics.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're out there racing as well at his track.
Here's my pitch to you. You should do something at NC Car. Panther.
Budget seats.
B-body, Panther B-body, like mid-90s chassis, rear-wheel drive. I'm trying to think of all of them.
You know what it sounds like is like a driving school, but a budget driving school, which is not something that's really out there. The only budget driving school has government contracts, so they're not budget.
Yeah.
And that's your offensive driving classes, those guys.
Well, it doesn't have to be limited to that.
But
there has to be the for whatever, like there has to be the disclaimer of this is actual door to door.
Yeah,
you might bump somebody.
I mean that's really
I can't think of anybody I know that loves racing that wouldn't love to have a Crown Vic or whatever that we could take to NC Car like once or twice a year and actually try to drive. Door to door, don't pit maneuver motherfuckers and shit like that. But like actual door to door, can you pass like fairly equal power? Mm-hmm. That might be a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And I would say probably the biggest limitation is the
I'd
safety
buy a Crown
equipment.
Vic and go do that.
The
I would.
Safety equipment is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
It's become a big issue.
They're so slow though.
They're slow.
If you don't put a motor on them.
But you got to keep in mind, you can take 800 pounds out of those cars.
Very easily. Yeah. Well,
220 horsepower comes a lot better without 800 pounds.
Yeah. We helped do that recently with a derby car.
Yeah.
That we did for James Wood. we built a set of upswept headers for it and for a derby car out there at Langley.
Wow.
So, yeah, we took a bunch of weight out of it, and I'm just thinking about how to get people more comfortable. I don't want them to race door to door with their vets and whatever.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah. I mean, really, the budget and aiming the price point lower is really the big key.
Yeah.
Because the schools that do teach that, because you can go get that at Skip Barber, it just costs you $7,000 for a weekend. You know,
I want these guys to buy their own taxis.
yeah.
Strip them down.
Well, I think
They
the
could
key-
actually pay me to do it. That'd be a great money for
Yeah,
me.
I think the key is to make it to where they don't. That's because a lot of people don't know they want to do it until they do it.
A great source of income for me would be like building these fucking Crown Vics or whatever.
Yeah.
Put a cage in them, whatever. But no, for real, like if you put people in a shit box, they will drive different.
Yeah.
That's my point.
That's the other. Yeah, you're right about that. People are afraid of their own cars,
Yes.
and not necessarily the power, the handling, but
Don't want to replace it. Don't want to tear it up.
Yep.
Don't want to push it to a point where they can't get it back or they hurt it or whatever. Yeah. But I think, I don't know. We'll revisit this because I think there's something there for road racing to get people more involved with road racing, and they will eventually get bored with that. But man, can you imagine like 15 Crown Vics or whatever, similar out there NC car?
I mean,
doing door to door.
I bet you could do it. I bet you could do it for a budget.
Yeah, guys that have never raced door to door. I've never raced door to door.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to do that in something I don't care about.
Yeah,
that'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Put a gear in it. Strip all the emissions off, just headers.
Yeah.
Like, not fast, but like
fun.
You're not good enough to drive fast anyway.
Yeah.
Most of them. That's what I'm, not you, but like I'm saying most of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not good enough to drive fast. You don't need a 500 horsepower retired NASCAR that you've delefted to go try to drive door to door. But like if you had a bunch of fucking gutted Vicks or whatever, that might be a blast.
Oh, it would absolutely be a blast. It would absolutely be a blast.
I gotta hit the head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be the one that breaks the seal.
Intermission.
Stretch my legs. As we get older.
Kind of want one of these snail cubes.
Drink something here soon.
Just in case you need to resync the audio.
Need one?
Nah,
Need a break?
I'm good. I think we do need some more drink.
Let's open.
Yeah, we got to try some of these things.
Open some, Johnny. Pick one.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go for it. So this is Mike's pick right here.
Well, you got to read it. There's a reason I picked it.
There is a reason. 25% of a reason, anyways.
Did you see it though?
So, well, we have Oak Eden in bottle finish, but this one is bourbon whiskey finished with a Japanese Mizunaro. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Mizunaro Oak Spiral. That's pretty freaking cool.
So you can figure out why I picked that one.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Japanese.
Absolutely. Take a cube there from the snail. And I'm going to try to pour right-handed. So we're going to get some strong pours here.
Yes.
And they may even be in the glass. Had to get yours from a little higher. That seems a little unfair.
Who can be fair pouring whiskey?
Thank you, good sir.
Cheers, Johnny.
Cheers. All right, let it breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, that one needs to.
That's very good.
Very good hit.
I tend to,
Not violent.
you know, I do it and I'm like, oh, that's good. Let me do another one. So I'll just do a taste. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Tastes Japanese.
Hi.
Tastes okay. Okay.
One of these days, I'll learn the rest of Japanese, not just be able to say like 4 things in there.
So, do you think we'll see the new car? I'm backing up. I can't remember if I asked this. I probably did.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I would like to get it on the dyno just to see the number. I know it's going to be pretty sad.
Well, both. It's not going to be sad.
It's going to be.
It's not sad because you have to look at it as a matter of displacement. That's how I tune. I tune by displacement.
Yeah.
Like if it makes a number that makes sense to me by displacement, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, even in the motorcycle world, that's actually a pretty potent motor because it's 148, 150 horsepower out of a 1 liter. You know, so it's definitely
and what
very
is it,
good.
What does the car weigh?
I haven't weighed it, but my reading is it's about 1250, 1280.
So yeah.
So it's really and that's
you got your hands full.
Well, it's really not that far off from the Celica. So if the Celica were to actually hit 200 wheel horsepower, they would be the same. They would actually be the same. Now, one of them has aero, so that's gonna be a big difference. But
and that's what I was saying earlier. Like you have to drive a car with aero. So
yeah.
I think you can do that. I actually believe you will be able to go out there and drive that car to its potential.
I hope so. And
you're not going to pussyfoot it.
My theory is that, you know, like I was kind of saying before, it's that driving, it's kind of like mechanics. A lot of people view like European cars as some, you know, mythical beast, you know, but it's just the bolt heads are a different style, but they're still bolts. They're not that different, you know. So when it comes to mechanical things, like they go together, they bolt together. That's how things are assembled. No matter what they are assembled. And with driving to the same thing, no matter what you're driving, there is a maximum grip. There is too much grip. There's too much slip, and you control it. Too much throttle, too much brake. No matter what it is, you know what that point is varies greatly. But those concepts stay the same no matter what you're in. Whether you're in Formula One car or you're in a spec Ford, or if you're in a Crown Victoria, there's too much power, too much brake, too much gas, too much drain, you know, and you just go around those limits. So you know what that feels like, you know what the behavior is. And
I hate to bring him back up, but like I was just talking to Rick Deal about this. He's super into road racing now that he's dipped his toe into it.
Yeah, now that he's experienced it.
He's ready to go off the high dive. And he's like, "Do you think I need a tire yet?" I'm like, No, you don't. Like, keep running the tire you got. You're just getting accustomed to the tire that you got, and that's the tire that fuck. Who sold him the car? Help me out.
Oh, that was Mark Hutchins.
Mark, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's tire that Mark put on the car. And he feels like he's getting comfortable with that. I'm like, you're not. You haven't pushed it hard.
So
nobody in the car Nobody that's been instructing him has tried to push him on that tire.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going to happen is you're going to nut up. You're going to put a slick on it. You're going to put a Mickey on it or something, you know. You're going to put a real tire on it. And then you're going to pussyfoot it the whole time.
Yeah, it's
because it's going to take way more.
It's in general when it comes to track tires, especially amateur track tires, like track day tires.
Yeah.
Whether you buy the expensive ones or the cheap ones, they're essentially all behave the same until you get to like true race rubber, and that is true race rubber too. Really, you can from an engineering standpoint, you look at the grip, you look at the slip angle, and then you look at the force as it falls away as the slip angle increases, and they all kind of perform about the same. They all kind of perform about the same until you get to the true race rubbers, which get to that peak quicker,
yes.
And then they fall off a little bit quicker. And what that graph equates to in real life is what they call snap oversteer.
Yes.
So, as you get to true race rubber, that's where you're at. Not your track day race rubber. Just because it's an R compound doesn't mean that it follows that graph.
Say that into the mic clearer.
Just because
so that these people
R compound doesn't mean that it's going to follow that graph. So your track day tires are designed to handle like a street tire, but have the grip of a race tire.
And they go to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And once they hit fail, it's not like a street tire where you have a gradual, like you have a gradient of it's going bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah, well, I mean, to some degree, I probably have a lot of experience in comparison to most track day people. I'm sure race people have plenty of experience with it, but I have a lot of experience driving on tires that are corded.
Well, you drift.
They really don't.
Drifting is different.
Yeah, but I mean, even on track days, because I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth out of this. That's my goal here, and one cord's fine. And until the cord snaps, I've got another layer. We're good.
Yeah.
So I have got quite a big experience driving on track hard on corded tires, and you can definitely tell when they're going on the cords. But as you wear them out, they really taste no different.
People, no, you cannot. He can. Like, you're not there.
You won't think it's the tires. You'll just wonder why you lost control.
No. Johnny is a different animal. Has lots of track time. So, like, you can't take what he just said and think you can operate at that level. No.
A person could hypothetically.
People that drive. Tim, maybe. I don't know if Tim's ever done that. I'm going to get him in the hot seat one day and find out. Like,
you'll have to have a higher camera. But.
Like, has he ever pushed his tires to that level? I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he's corded tires before.
He's a very aggressive dude.
Yeah.
That's why I like him.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't really fall off until you're on nylon, which nylon clearly doesn't have the same grip level. But they really don't have a huge change. But when you run like true, like Hoosier competition tires and stuff like that, like their new Track Attack tire is actually designed to be more like a street tire. That you've overdone it. Your slip angle is passing the maximum grip. And as you go more slip angle and you enter the true world of drift, the grip falls off. With a real race tire, it is a very sharp fall off.
Yes.
So you can go up to 7 degrees of slip angle. You got your maximum grip. And at 9, it's completely gone.
Right. That's what I try to warn people about. How that it feels linear until it's like.
Until you go to the other side of that peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a street tire, and the more street tire-ish it is, the bigger that gets.
It's more violent. That fall off is more violent.
No, with the race tires. With the street tires, it's way more gradual. So
I feel the opposite. Like, I can push a street tire like way out there. I can push a street tire just hard.
Well,
and then it's just there's nothing.
Fresh street tires.
So that's what I'm afraid of with guys like Rick that just got into this. He bought that car that Mark set up, and I feel like it's got a good tire. It's all right. But, like, if he goes out there, fucking hard dick in the spring, like, I've been doing this a little bit, and he's still on that tire. and then it goes away, he's going to have his hands full. And that's what I've been trying to warn him about.
Well,
but you're eventually going to have to, you're going to have to put a tire on it.
Well, last time he drove, he was in the cold.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be, he's probably going to be surprised how much grip he's going to have in the warm weather.
I think that was really good that he drove in the cold, because he was like borderline, like, let's cancel whatever. I'm like, no, this is a great opportunity. Yeah. Go out there when the car does not have the mechanical grip that you think it should.
Yeah. The other small tidbit side note here, if you really want to learn, is drive in the rain. Drive in the rain. If you want to learn how to drive in the rain, drive in the rain. If you have an event that's going to happen, it's going to rain, sign up for that event.
We just talked to him. I just talked to Rick about that, because he was like, Johnny's talking about scheduling this next one in March. Dude, it's going to rain. March is always rain. I'm like, sign up for it. If it's downpouring and you can go drive your Corvette in a downpour on track, where there's no danger, you can slide off and it's fine.
You go off, you're probably going to get stuck, but
whatever. Well, you're not going to hurt the car.
No, it's a very safe facility.
But I'm like, if you can go out there, NC car, in the rain and drive, you should be there. And he's like, what a waste of day. I'm like, really?
No, not at all.
I'm like, do you think you can drive in the rain? And
rain,
he goes, he's like, no. I'm like, so be there.
Yeah. Rain
Especially if they're calling for rain.
Rain days are the best day you could possibly have. You get to drive all day. You get to drive at and above the limit all day. You burn half the fuel, and you burn 1/10 the amount of tire. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Show me, right?
It's great. It is great. So the only downside is that, normal HPDs when you have to have the window down. That part.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Those are guys with fancy cars. Sucks to be all. But. Yeah.
So that's one of the things I'm trying to push this year. Your events. And I don't know of any others, but I'm trying to get younger guys and guys that are just like not sure what to do with their cars, trying to get them into your events. And
well, as much as I personally don't find them as enjoyable as a lot of people do, I will encourage people to do an autocross or an Auto X or a solo, whatever you want to call it.
I try to get them all to do.
Yeah, I definitely
anything in between,
because that's a dabble your foot in the pool. That's definitely the kiddie end of the pool.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
But so I mean that's definitely the kiddie end of the pool. But and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are really going to hate me saying that, but it's definitely an intro into it, and it doesn't require as much investment, time, effort, car prep, or anything, because really only driving the car hard for 1 to 1.5 minutes at a time, 4 times, maybe 5 or 6 times. You're talking 6-7 minutes total drive time, and so it's the shallow end of the pool when it comes to commitment side,
Can you drive it 7 minutes at a time? Like people think, yeah, I can.
They
until they're out there,
yeah,
and somebody's behind them, somebody's in front of them, somebody's beside them.
That's the other thing, is that you are alone out there, so you lose the having to take in the environment, and it becomes more like cruising USA. You just focused on the next pixel to the left, which is the next cone to the left.
Yeah.
So you're not really taking in an environment and adjusting for it. It's getting there. It's doing something.
It's starting to relax. Like, it's starting to get a little more tasty. I don't know.
What are we pulling up here?
Well,
I see 2 wheels on the ground.
I don't know what that is. We had something pulled up, but
of course
went away. Yeah. Of course.
Everything on Facebook and social media.
I don't know how to get it back. Maybe we will. I was trying to talk to you about.
This is a gear change here, by the way.
A little bit of a gear change. Yeah, I was trying to bring up something about customer service. I wanted to talk to you about that because, like,
left field, right? Left field.
Yeah. Because you do a good bit with customer service, like I do. Like, fuck, it's awful what I have to do with customer service, dude. It's insane. I love you guys, whoever's watching me. But like the customer service side of it it's insane sometimes, dude. The shit that I get asked, like the questions, can you do this? Can you fix this? Like, cause I'm in the hot rod side of it.
The answer is a balancing act. The answer is always a balancing act. The balance is between admitting the truth and admitting what you want to do. Because I mean that's the reality. You come to you, and can you do this? The answer is inevitably yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
it
can be done. Do you want to pay for it? Do I want to dedicate that much time and effort to it? Those are the things that you have to balance out. And so it's hard because inevitably you don't want to say no.
Yeah.
But you also have to say no at some point in time. And it's not because you can't do it. It's because it's going to be way more than you could even fathom, way more than you would tolerate without being disrespected. And I can't do that to the rest of my customers that also need work. Even if you are willing to pay for it, that's one guy willing to pay for me to work for a month, and I lose the 30 guys that I could be helping.
Yeah.
So unless you want to bankroll me for the next 3 years, I got to help these 40 guys. It's a tough thing, that's for sure. Answering no to a question you can say yes to. That's the hardest part that I've had to deal with is saying no. And I still suck at it, and I still say yes to stuff that I shouldn't.
I always say yes to shit that we can't do. We can't do economically. We can't do reasonably. Like, but I'm like, I know that my company, my guys, like, we're able to pull this shit off. It won't be for profit. And I gotta stop fucking doing that.
Yeah, that's the hard thing is accepting like it has to be for profit. That's it's a scary word to a lot of people. Like, hey, this is supposed to be fun. This is for passion. Yeah, we're for passion, but we all gotta eat. So yeah, it is tough because it does need to be for profit, and that's the part where the get offended comes in, because it's like, look, for me to do this and be profitable, it's more than I even want to tell you it's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's really, I mean, it's just going to be so bad. I don't even feel nice telling it to you.
Yeah. I mean, I've had to do that recently to some of our friends.
Yep. Yeah. When it comes to like, and I keep that in perspective by my own projects. When you sit back and look at what you really did, you honestly sit back and look at what you really did. When it comes to making, say, my Celica be EFI and doing it the way I did, and being like, yeah, this is clean. The harness is nice. I've got mil-spec connectors. Everything's clean, routed nice. I've got quality, available sensors. There's no way that could have been done for less than 20 to 30 grand.
No, not here.
Nobody's going to spend that just to put EFI on an existing motor. Just to do an existing motor. No work was done to the car other than electronics. It's just no way. I mean, there must be 40 to 50 hours invested in harness building, designing, engineering, and cataloging. That part alone is just mind-boggling. I mean, 50 hours at what? Custom rate $200 an hour.
Right.
It's through the roof. It's just through the roof.
You can't ask somebody to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
For hey, I'm your buddy.
For a car that's going to be worth 18 grand when you're done.
I'm your
best,
buddy. So. What can you do for me, Mike? I'm trying to do this on the low.
Like, I don't even want to tell you, dude. I'm sorry. I don't even want to tell you.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And people do that to me. People like, Mike, I need you to put this car out there. Like, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I love the car. I love the build. It's great. But where you're at is not where I'm at. Yeah. So.
I mean, people, it's hard to see like, oh, it's just a couple of things, and my setup was pretty basic on the Celica. I have eliminated a lot of sensors being ITB and knowing them are going to run an alpha and tune.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That sounded like a plasma table.
It was.
Nice.
I'm trying to find us for something that I want to play for you, but I can't find it.
It's gone. Gone forever. Dude, did he play it before? Did Mino play it?
I have no.
Did he just cue it up?
I
Did he
have
play?
no-
Did he click play at any point in time?
I have no fucking
All right.
idea.
We'll go to the left side. So just go all the way to the left, and then go to library. I think library is where you want to go. Go to history.
There it is. You're
There you
so
go.
smart.
There we go.
All right,
What the hell, man?
Johnny Lackey. Here's a question for you. Have you had crazy customers call you with ridiculous requests that you were like, what fucking world is this? What the fuck am I listening? What is this request?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You can go way back. Anything.
Yes, we definitely have. I'd say probably one of the worst ones is the one we actually ended up saying yes because he was such a nice person.
You said yes to this.
yes. We
Okay,
said yes.
I'll
to
drink to
this.
that.
Yeah. So he's a really nice guy. He's been fantastic.
You don't have to name him.
No, I'm not gonna name him, but yeah, he was a great person to deal with. And he
But
still
tell
is a
me
great
the
person.
car. Tell us the car.
I forget what year precisely. Jaguar XF supercharged V8. And this was because primarily European, but we work on everything. We even have a truck center, but Jaguar XF supercharged V8, and it was brought to us with an engine that had just been put in there, and it was not put in properly, and they couldn't finish the install. Couldn't get it running. Couldn't finish the install of this engine that they brought to a machine shop in boxes and had a machine shop rebuild. And this is an engine that we never rebuilt. It's not cost effective.
But like this is from a phone call.
This is a phone call, yeah. And
You got a phone call.
he was so desperate. He just
That
begged us.
request- I'm listening.
Yeah.
Keep going.
He begged us to bring it to us and have us just look at it. And so he brought it to us and we looked at it and we said, this is not worth fixing. It's absolutely not worth fixing. Whatever we do will guaranteed be more than this car is worth out of the box. Because it wasn't a built motor, just a rebuilt motor.
Yeah.
And we ended up saying yes to it because he was really wanted it done. He really wanted to have this car back together. He was really excited. And at that point in time, it was one of those like, and it really sucked for him in the end. It really sucked for him in the end because at the time it was one of those like, if everything goes right, if it's a bit big bunny ears on that one.
Maybe.
If everything goes right, he could come out ahead a good bit. Come out like $5 or $10 ahead. Like this could be a big win, but that's a big if. And we told him that it's a big if. Yeah, did not work out in his favor. But yeah, it was bad. In the end, the motor threw a rod out the side of the block and the car caught on fire. So it was not good. It went all the way down to the hill.
Fuck, all the way.
All the way down the hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
it was a roller coaster of a ride there.
So I want to play recorded, actual, a phone. Somebody called in and left us this. I don't know how to describe it, actually. Fuck it. You just got to listen to this.
So we're going to listen to it in person, and you guys are going to listen to a digital recording.
No, nobody's ever heard this.
Yeah.
You got to listen to this. This is a not potential customer, but somebody that called in just wanted to leave us a message for whatever reason about their project. And I want to know, have you ever had anything like this? I'm struggling just sitting here like trying to describe it to you, but the only way to do it is just play it.
Yes, I got a 1963 quarter ton Volvo that I would like to do one of them LEs or LS lots in them, I believe is what the kids call it nowadays. I did buy these supercharged tip mufflers off eBay. Guy said I'd get 100 horsepower. think I got like 200 from it, but really trying to come in for a tune, rotate the tires, fuel with helium, make them go faster, that secret stuff that they don't tell you, but the pros do. But the main reason for the phone call was I was just wondering if you guys work on Coyote motors, but I do want to LS swap it, but I'm unsure what's the best platform to go with. And I was just wondering if you could weld me some flames, that way when I'm going by people so fast they don't fall off. But yeah, like I say, main reason for the call was to just check on, see if I can get one of them Joe Dirt footprint gas pedals installed and be out there romping on the kids, Joe Dirt style. Yeah, if you could just give me a call back and, maybe we could go over the build sheet of how I want to do my custom fiber ceramic intake that sucks in air from all four sides and blows it to one end, makes it supercharged exhaust type stuff.
This is an actual voicemail that I got. You ever get these?
Did you trace this call?
Do you hear this?
Did you trace this call?
No.
No, I've never had anything that ridiculous. Not in a phone call.
Like, this is a legit phone call to the shop.
Yeah.
Like,
But one of the shops that one of our locations.
oh, it's,
One of the locations.
I'll
we
play
had-
you this one next.
Yeah, one of the locations we had used to not have a fence, and there was some stragglers that would run through there, and we would have some crazy in-person interactions. There was coffee on the wall. There was fecal matter involved. We've had some crazy in-person interactions, and these are not customers. These are just passerbyers. Thank God for that fence.
But you've never had, like, call-ins like that.
Not
Like
to
this-
that level, no.
This
no.
straight off the phone. Like, I recorded these to play back to you. I've got 2 more.
Yeah.
So,
Lay off the peyote kid.
so it runs deeper. You want to hear it?
Why not?
Why not? Here we are.
Well, it's an import, but it's got a Coyote motor, but I was thinking about going LS, but then my buddy told me to get a supercharged muffler so I could chew and sneeze around everybody, but I thought the car sneezing everywhere kind of sounded funny. I want more of a sound, but it makes more of a pow, 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 pow. I was just wondering if you guys could help me diagnose my LS3 Coyote Gen 453 LS2 6.2 liter and just get around 500 horsepower per cylinder. I got about 4.5, 6 cylinders, so I'm looking for about 2,000 wheel horsepower. But I was just wondering if I could get all that done for about $1,000.
For about $1,000.
Did you trace this call?
No.
I feel like this is somebody you know. He pulling your string.
That's the kind of calls I got.
I had one of those wick clear see-through filters and it fucking blew up my damn fucking gas pedal. Blew the motherfucker right off the damn car. And I couldn't
You don't ever get these kind of calls?
This is very creative, by the way.
You don't, I'll show it to you on my fucking phone. Who can do this just off the hip, dude?
Somebody very talented. He's very talented.
You don't
And
ever.
he's got a great poker face.
You don't ever
There's
get
no
these.
way. There's no way I can make it through that skit without laughing.
You don't ever get these kind of calls, dude.
No, we don't. Okay.
You don't ever get these.
These are great jokes.
I get these calls.
You need to find out who's fucking with you.
They drop these into my fucking voicemail.
You need to find out who's fucking with you. Someone *69 calling your ass.
But you don't get these.
Hell
over your
no.
show.
Oh, there's your clue.
I just wanted to just call you personally, introduce myself. I'm Bill Gilbert, so you know what I'm saying. Just give me a call back. We can talk about my scooter. I think it'd be a real good attribute and asset to the job. Okay, put these tolls on it, had about 15 horsepower, you know. Maybe you get sponsored.
Fucking clown.
Sponsor us and buy the tires and all that stuff. And you just give me a call back.
That's a clue. So who was it? Did you find out who it was?
I don't know. But you don't get these kind of calls.
Hell
like,
no.
These kind of ridiculous, like, fucking help me out, bro. I'm just right there. I've got it all together. I'm next to this, whatever. Like, I'm about to go break a record, brother. You don't get those?
Well, no, since we're a custom shop, no, we don't get that. We get some weird things for a regular shop to get. Something that probably should end up in a custom shop. But
They call me, like, I'm about to break a record, man. Like, fucking, we're right there. Like, yeah, I just need you to do this. And
well, I mean, everybody's setting records, you know.
everybody is,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I have definitely got the fastest 73 Celica on the corner with the blue stripe. You know?
definitely do.
Yeah, so everybody's setting records. They're just making those records real narrow.
Yeah. Well, you got to make it narrow if you're going to keep it.
Yeah. What was the one ridiculous one that's going around on YouTube? The most balloons popped in one run or something like that.
Yeah. Good luck.
Some soccer mom running around. We've had some things that we don't want to do, and we've done them. And we've had some customers, and I had a customer that put way too much money into a car, but had sentimental value, and I felt bad for him because I really wanted it to be something more. But in the end, we're not a restoration shop, and you know that would have been 3 times what we charge. You know, he really
Yeah,
you know,
we're not a restoration shop.
So,
Like,
but
you
I mean,
see what we're doing out here, cutting the fucking the whole body out of that 69. We
Yeah.
should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, but we love this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it winds up. Like,
Yeah. It's tough to balance the business versus pleasure, and you don't want to back down from a challenge too. That's the other thing is like the challenge excites you.
What's the challenge recently that you faced? Like, what on your own car? Not,
Oh, on my own car.
yeah. What's the real challenge? Where are you at? Because that's what people want to know. That's where I'm at. My own challenges, like, it's hard as fuck.
Balancing the project with life is the hardest part for sure.
Absolutely.
That is a huge challenge, and I've paid the price a couple of times over now. I always try to preach it, and I always try to do it, but the clock pushes you, and you make a decision, and then you pay
Here
the
we
price.
are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So, but you always want to pay attention to detail.
The
You
clock
wanna check
pushes,
everything.
but here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always want to pay attention to detail. You always want to check everything. And when you don't, that's when you pay the price. The one thing you don't check is what will bite you. And it has. So this is going to be a loop way back to the first question. So the engine on the dyno, I've tuned the engine. This is an hour ago, I'm sure.
Yep.
I don't have my watch, so I can't
Who gives a
tell
shit?
you. Some time ago. So yeah, I didn't get the Celica to the dyno, but I tuned it to the track. So I did a tune with my new EFI setup, throttle body, IT beat setup from AT Powers. And then I did my second weekend and did a little more tuning. And I tried to play with changing the table out, and I couldn't quite do that. But I ended up doing another weekend and finishing it up and just having some fun. And then went to the dyno and popped a cylinder wall on the dyno. Not a timing issue. It was a cylinder wall thinness failure.
I think it was a machining cylinder wall issue. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily machining. It was just the block was too thin. The block was too thin.
Yeah.
And it's because I didn't check it. Because
Yeah.
I opted not to check it. So,
Yes.
because I don't want to give any fault to somebody who machined it. The reality is I opted not to check it because in reality, you know, now I have to use the word reality 3 times, but
Sure.
It's a 22R block. It's not something that historically has needed to be checked. They're normally plenty of
Right.
material. They're good to go. You machine them. People have fun with them. They don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But I didn't. So I opted in the scheme of timetable to not check. And post-engine failure, measured it, and with a rough measurement, somewhere between 90 to 100 thousandths worth of cylinder wall.
Not
so
enough.
it's just not enough for a
Yeah.
14.8 to 1 compression motor. Just not enough.
Didn't do it.
Just didn't make it.
Gave
It
up.
made it 2 weekends with a total timing of 24 degrees. Well, when you really handicap it like that, then it survived, but it did not make it on the dyno. So when we was trying to do a steady state, I think it was like right around like 4,300 RPM or something
Yep.
like that,
You just gave up.
and it just gave up. It was like 80% throttle or something like that. But yeah, it just let go. No change in how it was running. Just he got to witness an awesome geyser.
Yeah, it hit the roof. It hit the fucking roof. The water hit the roof.
Yeah, it was
off the fucking
Yeah.
top of the radiator.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like, yep, that's it. That one's done. So, yeah. So built another one, and we checked the cylinder wall, and probably actually would have been okay on this one
Yeah.
to run it out there. I mean, I had to buy another set of pistons, so we probably could have done a large bore. But I opted out of fear and frustration to go
Frustration.
with
That's it.
Yeah.
Frustration. Dude.
to go with a
I'm right
OEM
there.
bore. So we actually bored it out and lined it with a hardened ductile iron sleeve. So now I have about 80 thousandths worth of hardened ductile iron and about 90 thousandths worth of OEM throughout the whole block.
A
So
bunch of fuck you.
yeah, I'm not dealing
Let's
with
go.
this again.
Let's go.
Now the big question mark now is the other thing I opted not to check on the new motor. So
What?
This is the new challenge that I've got to fight that I haven't had the time to deal with because of moving, dealing with house sailing. So I had to get the motor together because unfortunately, this is kind of a detail, but in moving to a place with less garage, I had to get the house done and get the garage move-in ready. More than the house. The house was ready, so I had to get the garage ready and finished. So I did all that, and then before I could put the other house on the market, I had to finish the engine build.
Yes.
So selling the house mandated the engine be built. Unfortunately, that means I might have made some shortcuts
No.
in my assembly. I did not plastic gauge or even measure the main bearing clearances.
Whatever.
Normally, not again, 22R world, not normally a problem. Those blocks are rock solid. They don't normally change. So it shouldn't be a problem. And I don't know that that's the problem right now, but I do know I have low oil pressure. And so that is weighed on me pretty heavily as it sits there because I've never had it idle, cold, and make 20, 30 PSI. That thing has always idled cold and made 70, 60 PSI.
Really?
Now, I do have another new oil pump, so it is a different oil pump. And I did actually get rid of my adjustable oil pressure. So there's an adjuster in place of the bypass spring.
Yeah.
I did delete that and just run a factory one. But I ran that motor before with a factory one and never had those kind of pressures. So far it hasn't run such a low oil pressure that it's like going to hurt a bearing. But for it to be that drastically different, it definitely raises some concerns. I haven't had a chance to swap out put the adjustable oil pressure regulator back in and see if it's not a problem.
Everybody's ready to fucking race you now. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, he's down. He's
Yeah.
hurt. I'm
So,
gonna fucking kill him.
But the lesson to be learned there that I may or may not choose to learn from in the future is to always check everything.
Every
Always
goddamn
do
everything.
everything.
Every goddamn
Yeah.
thing. Everything.
I give a lot of credit, and this is going to be a small shout out here to Daniel Tripp and Jason Tripp. They're the guys, the group of I guess one lady, one guy. I raced with them. I did an 8-hour race with them at American Endurance Racing, and they had an E46, and we had an incident, and we had to kind of straighten the car out a little. But I will say, like, Jason is so thorough. He checked everything. I have never been to an amateur event and had a car so well prepared. A car so well prepared, and
So
it's
that you could
a
go back
person-
in there. You could get back in the race and
Yeah.
go.
a person well prepared
Confidently.
for the event. But the car itself, there was not one issue with the car. In
That's awesome.
probably around 13, 14 hours of track time, there was not one thing that had to be fixed on that car. And it took a severe impact. We had to straighten the front frame rails on the track in the paddock. We had to straighten front frame rails, rebuild the front end, and still did not have to fix one thing. This car was very well and thoroughly sorted, so that, and
So-
I gave him a lot of props because
Yeah.
he checked everything.
So once again, give him a shout out.
Jason Tripp and Daniel Tripp. So those two, they did a fantastic car with Tripp Racing.
Badass guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Fantastic. That's the result of really checking everything. You don't leave it all to chance.
And again,
Yeah.
check it again.
Yes. And
Yeah.
again. And if you do that, it will work every time.
That is racing.
And to what, as far as Jason's concerned, he believes he's an amateur at this, but it's one of those things like he may be new at building cars and building engines. If you check everything,
we
it will
are.
work.
We are amateurs. Yeah. We should reiterate that.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Well,
amateurs.
technically, Mike here can take the pro status. Pro engine builder at this point.
I'm very up
He's
there.
Sponsored. Sponsored by all of y'all.
Fuck that. I am up there. I do build engines. I do build chassis. Whatever. But as far as
I'm pro at building the same car over and over.
as far as the down at just let's go out there, let's have fun like that. Repeatability. I'm just one of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy that's down there looking at your tune, looking at your suspension, and that's what I want to be. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be one of those guys that's just on the ground level, at the racing level,
Mm-hmm.
looking at these cars, making them faster.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. It's a
There's-
never-ending job.
there's-
Never-ending.
There's not anything higher for me, for real. When I think about tuning or building cars, there's not anything higher than just like cars that work. I'm looking for cars that work.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
People don't believe that. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot of people are motivated in a career by the career path,
Yeah.
not by the results of their work.
I'm just looking for a car that works.
Yep.
You know, where's the car that works?
Yeah, it's
Does it go around the track? Does it do what I think it should do as a ninja builder?
mm,
People do not often look at this as an engine builder.
mm,
They look at it as a driver, as a tuner, as a suspension tuner, as a whatever. I don't know what the fuck they look at it as.
if you separate out all the pieces, you've got the chassis, you've got the engine, you got the pieces, but really the result is the goal, and that's different than I want to build an engine to make 600 horsepower, or
Can
I want
you
to.
Can you tune it?
Yeah. Can you tune the car? Yeah.
No. Can you?
Hell no, I can't tune a 600.
Like,
yeah. I mean, I bought an HP tuner to count, so I'm a tuner now.
This dickhead that we all know. This dickhead that we all know brings his to me. It was like, I want over 600 crank. I want a lot of horsepower. You know who I'm talking about.
Let me hold on a second. Let me just
Let
me just put that there in the tune. Over 600. Okay.
Yeah. So Ron is like, I want it on fucking kill. I want all of it, dude. All this shit that I've been missing. Like, he's been putting money into this car for a long time. He's been driving this car a long.
I did not set it on fire. I just want to put that on record.
Johnny did. Johnny said it.
I might have set the stage for it, but I did not set it on fire.
No, but like Ron is just like, he wants to go over the top, dude. And
I'm excited for him to do it, man. I'm excited for him.
but he's relying on me to do that. Like, that the cam, like that's all me.
Yeah.
All of the head work is all me.
Yeah.
So being able to push into this little atmosphere that we have, it's a couple guys.
Yeah.
It's very tight, and I do think of it as an atmosphere, dude. It's very tight. You and Tim and the other guys. Yeah.
It's a neat collection of guys that work in having fun at a racetrack with true cars, like
and can push themselves and push each other,
and are willing to put the man hours into doing it.
Yeah.
It's no light task to repetitively do it with a modified car. With a stock car, with a turnkey $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 factory car. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it all day long. You can show up, drive, go home.
But out of nowhere,
it's a dream that I'll never live because I just can't bring myself to do it. But it is very doable. But in a modified car or custom car, or even Tim with a stock car, you'd say, oh, this is a purpose-built car. No, it's a custom-built car.
No, it's custom.
Yeah, there's hundreds of them, but that is a purpose-built car, and it requires work. It requires a ton of work all the time.
Yeah, and they leaned on me.
Yeah.
They do. They lean on me like, hey, I want to go 13-to-1 compression. I want to go solid roller. I want to push this thing. I want to do something different. I'm bored at this in and out, this kind of circle track, this kind of lenient track day we're doing.
It's a weird, I will say it's a little odd to me from my perspective. Because for me, like I would love to have more power to some degree. But the only reason that I do all this work to the Celica and in the hopes of getting more power, I enjoy the build process a lot.
Yeah.
That, like we talked about with the, it was a lot of fun. Like the level of excitement I had to hold a crank position sensor bracket. It's a bracket.
It's
That's
a big
all
deal.
it is.
It's a big deal.
That makes a big deal to me. The whole process to get to that point was just to look at this cool anodized blue 3D printed, kind of sand finished.
Fix that.
It looked awesome.
Sort
I
it
was
out.
like, this
Yeah.
is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I love that process as much as I love taking the next corner 110 miles an hour. So for me, working on the car wasn't about having the most power. It's about working on the car. And it's really cool to be able to do that and be able to apply it to the pavement, so that part is cool to me, but I don't necessarily push for the horsepower, and it's confusing to me because even the Celica, I look at the Celica.
Hang on. What's confusing to what?
The for me, pushing for more and more horsepower. More and more horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like where does it go?
It's
right.
Well, it's
where does it go?
It's for me, I'm always focused on the driving. So I'm like, there's got to be a way to get more out of the car, out of this car.
Absolutely.
This car. That's what I focus on.
The platform always has more to give, right?
Yeah. And it's like with my
and it's up to you to find it, right?
I'll say, here's a good example that I was made aware of recently is I was talking about Spec Miata versus Spec E30, right? So Spec E30, if you go back like 15 years ago, maybe 20 because we're getting older.
We're getting older.
Yeah. So it used to be the record lap times at VIR, full course, for Spec Miata were in the 20s, 2 minute, 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And I guess I should finish this off.
No, keep going.
So the records for Spec Miata were in the 220s. The records for Spec E30 were somewhere up there in the two high teens. And I know the Spec E30s basically went unchanged for a long time. They didn't really change up until I think it was 2000 is when they finally changed the suspension rules. and they had managed to get all the way down to like 215, I think, or 214.
No shit.
And so, this is a factory car with a set of suspension, factory
Yeah.
engine, 169
Yeah.
wheel horsepower maximum.
Dialed down. Yeah.
And these guys managed to get this thing down to this point, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, Spec Miata runs 212s. This car has now outdone them.
Yeah.
And this car's down 50 horsepower or more. They're
Yeah.
allowed 112 at the wheels versus 169. They're down 50 horsepower and they're setting faster lap times with, and let me just clarify this, with the same 205 width tire. There's no more tire. But yet this car is now pushing more lap time. And so for me, I always push for the drive and how much harder I can push the car. And I can tell you that, like, with my Celica, given all the days I've had it out there, I haven't had it out VIR successfully running and successfully tuned and suspension wise in a long time. But I know that probably the fastest I've ever done is like a 218 in the Celica at the full course. And I don't know if there's any traffic. I can't remember that far back, but I probably suspect not. If I remember the number, I probably looked at it as a non-traffic lap. So, this is a car that makes probably an extra 20 horsepower more than a E30,
Yeah.
weighs 500 pounds less, and I'm not beating their lap times.
Yeah.
So I look at it as I need to figure out how to drive harder.
Yes.
I've got to.
Yes.
Now, it might be the limit of the car because it is a very front heavy car. I
want to interrupt you. That's why I want to put people in the car with you,
yeah.
because you maintain that mentality of how can I drive faster, and I know that about you.
Not go faster.
drive faster. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Drive faster.
I want everybody else to hear that. Not go faster. Drive faster.
Yes. So that is what I've known about you since I've met you, and that's what I've known about how you push yourself forward all the time. Like, I've seen all the things that you do, like within your engine building and tuning and whatever. It's all about how do you push yourself. You don't focus on what is the car doing, whatever. What am I in? What is it doing? I've seen you personally try to figure out what are you doing and what do you need to do to go faster. And that's why the young guys that I'm bringing in and the old guys, the guys that have no business coming in, but like they want to do this.
You know what? I don't
I'm
fault
talking
you for it,
shit.
dude.
I'm talking shit.
When I'm 60 years old, I hope I do whatever the fuck I want to do too.
Right. Yeah. I'm talking shit, but like I'm bringing these older guys in, but like I'm also like I'm nosing them towards you because it's not, you don't drive like, what did I do wrong? Because I've been taught by a bunch of people about what I did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been through a couple of couple of driving schools, and they want to teach you about what you did wrong.
I think the difference is what can I do different?
Yes. And that's how you drive.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the car with you. I've talked to people that have been in the car with you. I've watched a bunch of your videos and I've watched analysis of, and you are wholeheartedly, what could I do different? How could I go faster? Well, not what I do wrong. Like that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We all do something wrong when we're driving. But you're a fucking driver. And people want to be in the car with you. It's incredible. Like, I'm around I'm around a few drivers and a few instructors and all that shit now. Like, I've gotten in a point where, like, I see people drive.
You're in the pool now.
Yeah. I'm in this pool.
You're mingling.
Yeah. I'm not anywhere special, but, like, people are like, put me in there with Johnny. I'm like, why? What is Johnny doing that you're not doing? Or what is Johnny doing that you don't think you can do? And they're like, I don't know. But I drop them in there. Like, hey, go jump in this car, please. And you do. You always do. You're so willing. It's incredible.
I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, the people's expressions and their excitement and their enjoyment,
Right.
like, it's fun. It's a great reward.
Right. I almost died a year ago. Few people know this. Almost died. Went on a test ride and almost died. And that really made me rethink every fucking thing I do. And I don't want anybody to take me on a drive. But I trust you. Like, I'd jump in the car with you. No questions, dude. But after an experience like that, like where had my fucking face pushed in and didn't have feelings in my fucking legs and had to fucking crawl, and
Yeah.
that was bad. And that whole situation, over 2 to 3 months, I was in a bad place. I don't get in a car with anybody anymore.
Yeah.
People are like, you tune the car, go ride with me. Like, I'm like, nope,
No.
I don't get in a car anymore.
Well, you are somebody that they're trying to prove to.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes in, is that they're trying to prove to you, no fault to any person for what may or may not have happened, but it just, that's the risk, is that when you get in the car,
They want to
there's
show
an
me.
elevated level of desire.
Yeah.
You know.
They want to show me what they can do, what the car will do, whatever. But I'm
I'm not immune to that either. I mean, that mailbox is still shaking down the street. Staying testament to that.
yeah.
I don't think there was more than a couple of millimeters between that fender and that thing.
But people always want to show me like what the car will do. Even after that, and I have a hard time like not getting in the fucking car with you. And it's even people that I know can drive.
Yeah.
But
The street does wild things to you.
yeah.
I think that's the key difference, because if I get in the car and it's on the street and it's down at a cul-de-sac or wherever on the interstate, that's a different situation than being on the car on the track.
Yeah.
Very different. Very different.
Yeah.
So there's not. I would say there's not as much adrenaline, which means you think a lot clearer. On the track.
Maybe.
On the street, there's a lot more adrenaline for me.
Yeah.
For me, anyways. I definitely know.
I would hope.
Yeah.
On the track that you're much clearer.
Yeah. On the track,
And,
it's just track.
and that's how I am. On the track.
It's totally different.
On the track, I am a different man.
Yeah.
I am.
You'd
a
be
different
surprised.
driver.
You would be surprised how many people really are too, without knowing it. Without knowing it, I have had many students and seen many people over the years that I know by the cars that they showed up in. I know they've done 160 on the street all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
They've street raced, they've done dumb shit, and they will do it again.
Yeah.
And they'll go on the track, and they won't cross 100 miles an hour. I don't know why it is. It's a foreign concept to me, but there's a difference. And I think it's because those people are pushed by adrenaline.
Yeah.
And when you take the adrenaline rush away and you put them on a racetrack where it's okay and it's normal, they don't push anymore. And then they're aware. And when they're aware,
that's
the fear
very-
takes over.
Very interesting.
I have seen that before. And one of the pinnacle experiences I saw was somebody that I knew street raced. I'd seen videos of street racing. I know the car was competitive. It made money for him. And it made like 500-ish or so, probably, wheel horsepower and all-wheel drive Eagle Talon. So we're not talking about a heavy car. We're not talking about a big car. We're talking about a very quick car. I bet you he did not hit triple digits on a 3/4 mile straightaway. Did not hit triple digits. He drove like the most grandpa person there ever was. But I have seen videos of him doing twice the speed on the street.
Just the fear of being unleashed hit him.
Yeah.
That's why.
That or just the fear not being there. The fear not being there made the adrenaline go away, and then he was aware of what he was doing.
I think that being unleashed when there's essentially no consequence, just being really unleashed.
That might be it.
I think it really scares me.
It made me very sad. I was really hoping to see that car go. It was beautiful. It was a very beautiful car too.
I've got a data log of tuning 66, I think, Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting like 210 on 64 out here before we had the dyno. Like, just trying to do a wide open throttle pull on it, like trying to get it tuned. And like 204, 206, something like that. I don't remember. Like, it was so crazy. Like, when I got out of it and fucking pulled over into the 7-Eleven parking lot and looked at it, I was like, oh, fuck. I need to quit doing this.
Yeah.
Like, it scared me after I did it.
Yeah.
But I kept doing it.
But in the moment, it's not nearly as much of a deal.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's other distractions per se.
No,
yeah.
like I've done over 200 on Virginia interstates a couple times.
There's a Virginia in Mexico too.
Huh?
There's a Virginia in Mexico too.
Yeah. Couple times, not knowing it, not really thinking about it, just tuning, just working, and I've hit a mile an hour that I just would have never fucking imagined.
You know, the other thing to me as well, like, is I don't know that speed really does anything for me.
Right.
It seems weird, but like,
yeah, you hit a point where it's
still just going. You know, it's just that direction. You know.
Yep.
So I've never really been driven by that either. So
I don't try to hit a mile an hour. I don't think about it.
I mean, that's how you go 200 miles an hour.
back,
That's how you do it without knowing it, because you're not worried about it. It's not a factor. It's just a consequence of the end goal. You know.
I go back and look at it. I'm like, that was over 200. Fuck.
That's an eye opener for sure.
Yeah.
I think you need to finish that.
I've known.
No, not that. That.
That's gone.
No, there's water in there. All right, now that we've done that, I have to go in the kiddie pool here. And you got to pick a bottle.
I've done 230, I think, coming out of the Modern Merrimack racing one night.
Makes for a quick trip.
I was insane.
I will be on time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's open that one. Jackie was with me. She tried to roll the window down and film the Mustang that was trying to race us. Almost lost her phone. It was incredible.
You seen the Cleese McFarland? I don't watch YouTube that much. I don't watch videos that much, but my guys at work do. A couple of guys I work with do, and so if they're watching it, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. You know, I'm not gonna like close my eyes. But he had I forget which one it was. One of them. They kept losing the damn window. They hit 230 miles an hour, and a freaking window would go out. I was like, that's a hell of a problem to have right there. I'm losing the window. That looks pretty good.
Yep.
I could almost compete in a German game show. Is it bad
So-
that I kind of want to do that?
Maybe. So we talked about, we almost had to leave. We talked about you moved. We talked about
Blowing up an engine.
you
On the
blew up
dyno.
an engine. Yeah.
So we stepped it down. We're going to back off a little bit here.
So,
Which I'm
what-
close. I'm so close. I would say more than making power. I'm so close to being able to go to a gas station and pump gas in that car. And I'm going to take a fucking selfie, which I never do, of me holding a goddamn gas pump and putting it in a Celica.
Into the Celica.
So I made the ridiculous decision to run race gas 20 years ago.
You should. I mean, you should.
I don't regret it. I don't.
Nah, kind of racing you do, you need
Yeah.
to run race
I don't
gas.
regret it, but at this point, I'm like, I would so love to not spend $600 a weekend in fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes your weekends real short and very Spartan.
Yeah. So I am bad company. I am very personally trying to drive people towards E85.
I'm there.
Yeah. Keep the compression in it.
Yeah.
The power will stay there. Like,
Now you can't have quite as much as I had, but
yeah.
15's a little high
Yeah.
for that. Even the 85, that is
So-
not a street car.
We're building Ron's motor right now. 13.5 to 1. Like, that's disgusting for a small block Chevy.
Yeah.
It's on a ragged edge that nobody will want to tune.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's me. I'm the tuner. And
Yeah.
I told him, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it on the ragged edge. We'll do this. And he's like, fuck you. I hate you. Like,
You're a god dang enabler.
yeah. But he's like, I like it.
You're crack
Fuck it.
addict's worst nightmare. You're the dealer.
He's just bored. He's just like,
I mean, he's been tracking that car for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
and I know where he's at.
yeah.
I know where he's at. I'm in a car that I've been tracking for 15, 20 years now.
Yeah.
So I get it.
So Ron's like, I'm fucking tired of where it's at. Turn it the fuck up. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I hate you.
Make it something that I fear, I will say that'll be the last 22R I put in that car.
Absolutely.
It will be the last 22R I put in that car. If that motor lets go, that's
it.
Either the car's gone or something different's going in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to set any boundaries for horsepower or whatever, but something different's going to go in there.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron's like, this is it, dude. Like, fucking, we're turning it way the fuck up. It's going to do something fun, or going to a whole different fucking platform. dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm like, this is it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he bought a dart block. Like, he went all in. Like, we're doing it to a level that...
I mean, there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can go, the power game to change out the car's behavior, because it will certainly wildly change how that car acts to
Yeah.
actually have power, the like real power.
He's doing both, which is great.
Yeah.
He's getting rid of the leaf springs.
Yeah. No hate on the leaf springs. I hate the hate on the leaf springs, because let's just face it, from an engineering standpoint, using one spring to hold up both sides of the car with the absolute lowest CG possible is the best design you can come up with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
It
why
really
they
is.
held it to the C7.
As much as, freaking BBC's Top Gear love to make fun of having a leaf spring on a Corvette, like, it is a low CG.
It worked.
It's efficient, and it works. It's a spring. All you need is a spring rate. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Yeah.
You can do a carbon fiber, or you can do it with a piece of wood. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I always hated the negativity that leaf spring got. That one leaf spring. Because it works.
But you get to a point where if you can drive it hard enough,
Do you want to add some?
Huh?
Want to add something to yours?
Yeah.
Huh.
You get to a point
That
where
was a nice ding. Ding.
it doesn't it doesn't add up. Like the spring, all of it, like it does not work anymore the way you thought it would. And I think that's where Ron has been at for about 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, really, the reality is that you need to have a variable spring rate. You need to, and I don't mean like a variable rate spring. I mean, you need to be able to change it.
You can't do that with
You can't.
what Ron's got.
You have to change the springs, which are just incredibly difficult to get in custom format.
You can't.
Incredibly difficult to design.
You can't.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
he's at the pinnacle of what you can get with those.
Yeah.
leaf
It's
springs.
I don't. This is the engineering side.
I'm not picking on Ron.
I'm not.
I
Ron.
love
this is
I
my,
love the C4 Corvette.
This is my engineering defense. All right, this
Yeah.
is my engineering defense. I am not picking on the design. The design is awesome. The problem with leaf spring suspension in the rear, the one leaf spring suspension, is aftermarket support. That's the only reason. If there were 1,000 aftermarket springs for different ride heights and different rates for the back of a Corvette, you would never see it change because it would not be better.
No,
It would not
it's
be
hard
better.
to make it better.
You cannot make it better than having something below the center line of the wheel be the entire mass of the spring, and for the spring to not be unsprung weight.
Yes,
It's really the most ideal setup possible, but there is no support in the aftermarket for different rates and different ride heights.
Yeah.
So the only way to do that is to convert to coilover.
yes.
Yep. So yeah, I would agree with you. Like, yeah, that's probably a huge limitation of his. In like similar fashion, my Celica.
You got to burn it.
Yeah, exactly. At some point in time, I got to get rid of McPherson strut, or I got to get rid of solid axle.
Yes,
You have to change the fundamental engineering to get any more.
yes.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but it's fun.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
There's some upbeat to that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially from the engineering standpoint. Because the engineering standpoint is just like, it's such a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
That
you want to find where is the better path,
Yeah.
and that's what we spend our time doing. Even with Ron now, like we're asking him finally, fucking get off the leaf spring bandwagon. Like, do it.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, it's done so well, so long. I'm like,
Well,
okay.
and that's an acceptance of the whole picture. That's the big thing. You have to accept the whole picture. Like you said,
It's done so
from an
well.
engineering standpoint, like you can't do better. I'm sorry, but you can't.
Right.
And you can argue that from other perspectives. But from an engineering standpoint, from a pure physics standpoint, with the limitations, the budget, the physical constraints, you cannot do better than that.
You can't do better than what he's done.
You cannot do better than that.
And
But
that's his argument.
Yeah.
And I have
Well,
a hard time with his
a
argument.
torsion spring is probably the only other thing, because the torsion spring is 100% unsprung weight.
So,
But aside from that, the only limitation is your circumstance. You want and need something different. Not design.
Or
Him.
Me.
The car. When you start to do different things than the car was designed for, you need a different spring. And they aren't there.
so where we wind up is he contracted me to build him a real race motor,
Mm-hmm.
right? 13.5 to 1, big cam, like lots of power. What he had before, these crate motors, these garage built motors would work under that kind of load.
The ones they lied to him about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of load would work under that kind of power.
It's funny you say that, because that's exactly what happened to him.
Yeah.
Is that in a not properly tuned, in a not pushed, in a as delivered fashion, that motor worked for
It
fine
worked.
for him for years.
It worked.
But when it was properly tuned and it was finally pushed to a design in which it was advertised to be, because it was advertised to be
It started
a
breaking
fourth
shit.
rotating assembly, it did not. Because
Yeah.
when you get it tuned right and you get it to the RPM and you put it through the paces, a cast crank wasn't going to deal with it.
Broke shit.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say it because that's exactly what happened. Is that in the advertised circumstance and as was delivered,
The
it worked fine.
advertise is awful.
Yeah.
Like and it's hard to tell people.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them come to the shop, advertise it was this.
God, the paper dyno.
Yeah, yeah. Blueprint, whatever. Told me this. Yeah,
The word blueprint is like such a loaded gun at this point.
it is. It is, and it's hard to tell people that they don't want to hear it. They're fucking boomers and whatever. Like, yeah, they told me that. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, yep. But Ron was for real with it, dude. Like, he understood like what it was, what they advertised, what they fucking sold him before, and it was junk.
Mm-hmm.
And he was incredibly able to throw all that away.
One thing
that
Ron,
surprised
one
me.
thing Ron can do is make a decision, for
Yeah.
sure. Among
He-
many other things, but he can make a decision.
He was able to just throw all that shit away. The broken block, everything was like, Mike, build me a fucking race motor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, start from zero. Whatever's left of that old motor that you can use, sure. Use it. If you can't, throw it the fuck away. He was very straightforward about that.
I mean, when you get burned by something, you're done with it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And I mean, he got burned hard. It's unfortunate, you know, to put all the money into getting that thing
and
right,
they wouldn't,
and
and they
then
wouldn't
find out
even,
it wasn't that. You know,
they wouldn't even talk to him about.
Oh, yeah, I'm
like,
sure.
why the fuck it came apart. Yeah.
Because I'm sure when you can call somebody and be like, "What's this fourth rotating assembly with a cast crank?" You know, and they're like, "Oh, delete email."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was able to just ride with us, like fucking look through it, like this and this has failed. This all failed.
Yeah.
We got to start from.
I mean,
Scratch.
destruction from our industry is the best part of the day. I love to see destruction.
Yeah,
It's
it's
great.
fun.
It's great.
It's fun, but
It
it's
sucks for somebody, but it's great to look at.
it's hard to tell Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's our boy. Like Ron's
Yeah.
our guy. Like, hey, this shit came apart. There's nothing we could do. Buy a block. Let's start
Yeah.
over. You can keep the crank and rods. That's what we kept.
Yeah.
Everything else we threw away.
Yeah.
Everything else
Well, not the broken crank. Yeah.
we threw everything else away.
Yeah.
Like, gotta start over. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Fuck, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Like, let's build an actual race motor." That was still hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's gonna come out this year. I don't know when.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully soonish.
he's
When
gonna
it's
come out.
not 32 degrees outside or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, he's gonna come out this year, and
I'm sure he doesn't really want to be out there when it's that cold.
but he's gonna get to come out and
Ron
when
strikes me as a
when
guy
it's
that really
nice
likes to
and
enjoy his time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we will be able to turn that fucking car.
I'll tell you what, that's another amazing thing to me when it comes to the track, which I'm sure, I guess a lot of hobbies probably see that, you know, but the camaraderie and the family that you get from being at the track,
Incredible.
it is wild because, I mean, especially like, you know, I called Ron the other day and
Clue.
yeah, and he called me back and he's on the beach in Florida, you know, enjoying a vacation, but he calls me back. And this is a guy that I see maybe on average once every year to two.
Yeah.
But the camaraderie is there, you know, and the fact that, you know, he's got me in his phone. He knows who it is, you know, like it's such an amazing thing to have such a camaraderie from such a small interaction, you know. In reality,
It's us.
when you
It's
add
us.
up 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you know, it's a
It's
damn
us.
pin drop, you know.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah. So it's really cool to see that, you know, that camaraderie between people over such a long distance, long time.
It's a big deal.
And I mean, to be honest, aside from like a couple hours here, I don't think I've ever seen him anywhere other than a track.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I've never seen Ron anywhere, dude.
Other
I've
than
never
here in the
talked to-
track. Yeah. And yet he's sitting on, you know, sipping on a pina colada and he's like, "Oh, Johnny called. Let me call him back." You know?
Yeah.
You know, like that's wild. It's a crazy thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's way crazy for it.
That dickhead's never anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came up here that one time, that was what? His daughter was like doing
Yeah.
soccer or something like that. That was freaking crazy.
Yeah,
And then the
he-
brake line blew out.
Yeah.
That car is fantastically comical. So,
Yeah. That was just like,
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better timing, too. Like, if it happened 2 days later, and be like, I'm not sure that really happened, but it happens when he's there.
yeah.
You know?
Yep.
From a business customer interaction standpoint, it's freaking awesome.
That was it.
Yeah. It's like, well, glad it happened now.
Yeah, it's kind of him, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
But there's a lot of people like that, you know. There's a lot of people I've met through the track that have been fantastically, you know. I hate to be fucking Fast and the Furious, like family first, you know.
No, it is, dude.
But
It
you know,
is.
balding and everything. But you know, it just.
Fuck. I'll put it out there.
But I mean, the reality is like it's a different thing, you know. With
It is.
to be able to interact with people in such a seldom and separated interface
And then
so
when
many
you're,
times, and then but they're right there for you.
when you're back in touch with them,
It's right there. Yeah. It's wild. It's really wild, and to feel so connected to them, you know.
that's real.
Yeah, it's like
That's what you're looking for. It's real.
yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
When it like when I've been
It's-
disconnected from one of these crews or one of these race teams or whatever, and like then we're back in touch, and it's just
Ma'am, yeah.
I know then, like when it hits like that,
It's weird.
it's something different, dude.
I wonder how much of the attachment is one-sided too. You know, it's like it's a weird thing. You know, like,
I try not to think about that because I always think it's me.
Yeah,
Always do.
yeah.
Even though Johnny, I know you love me, dude. Always think it's me.
Yeah.
I'm like, Johnny don't love me.
Oh,
But I know, dude. I know you're right here with me. But I'm that one-sided dickhead. Like I'm always like, it's me. It's always me. It's always my side of it.
It's an interesting thing because for you, I'll tell you why I keep coming back to you. It's gonna get real intimate. I keep coming back to you because you're a person that is, I think, more understanding and intrigued
I'm intrigued.
and accepting than I think you realize you are.
I'm intrigued. You hit it right there. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And maybe that's it. Maybe the curiosity.
That's
Maybe
it.
the curiosity
The
is so strong
It
that it
is.
overrides everything else.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. The curiosity, the intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because the shit you do is so fucking outside of what I do. And everybody knows that. Like, the kind of stuff that I tune, that I build, whatever. But, like, the stuff that you do is... I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait to work on your new race car, dude. The new one, whatever the fuck it is. I can't
Well,
remember.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm probably not going to do a damn thing to it. If
I don't care if you do.
If we can get around, I'm probably not going to do a damn thing to it for a couple of years.
I can't. I don't give a fuck if you do anything to it. I just want to see it.
And so we can.
I want to work
We can
on
pray
it. I want to
into,
see
like-
it. I'll clean jets.
This is the media. Yeah, I got to do that.
Yeah.
Fucking again.
I
The
don't.
third time I'm taking these carburetors off this fucking car
That's what I'm saying.
that I haven't
Like,
driven more than 0.2 miles.
So I don't give a fuck about that. Like I just want to interact with it because of you.
To circle back, that whole attention to detail thing, what really would have been a lot quicker, not really, but really been a lot quicker, is to just fully disassemble the carburetors and clean them and do a damn good job. And replace the fucking fuel cell that is 25 years old, I'm sure is a factor. But since I did a half-assed job of cleaning the bowls and the jets I could get to with the bowl off and the fuel lines I could get to without replacing the fuel tank, I'm sure I'm paying the price of having to take them off again.
Yeah.
This third or fourth time I've taken these carburetors off of this fucking engine to try to get it to run. I tried to start it up Friday. I was like, you know what? I had a drink today. I'm going to go ahead and fire the race car up. And of course, it's running on 2 to 3 fucking cylinders. So, yeah. So I got to take carburetors off. Again.
Again.
That's the third one. So, yeah. Yeah, that's frustrating.
I'm right
Pay
there
attention
with
to detail. Do all of it.
I'm right there with you.
Do it. Yeah, we have a funny thing that my coworker Josh said years ago. I don't know if he came up with it or he heard it. But there's never time to do it right, but there's always time to do it twice.
I like that.
It's so perfect. And it happens so much.
I like that.
Never time to do it right. Always time to do it twice.
Yeah. I like that.
That's the damn truth, man. Yep. But no, that is why I keep coming back to you. Because you're so intrigued by what it is around you, whether it's the person or what they do or whatever, but you're intrigued by that it makes you more accepting than I think you realize you are. You accept so many people around you and you let them into your life because they intrigue you, because they're unique people.
Nobody's ever said that to me, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever said that to
I'm
me.
sure Mino will appreciate that.
Nobody's ever said that to me.
That's you.
It's very interesting. Yeah. Got to think about that a little bit.
From my perspective,
You do make me think. That's why I like you around.
yeah. From my perspective, it's pretty obvious. You're so curious, like, what the fuck makes that person tick? I got to see more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of that dickhead. I'm going to chew on that. I like that. So, how do we get more events this year? That is what everybody's asking me.
I will be completely honest that that's on me. And I don't know that I'll be able to do more. We'll see. But this year I also have to build a garage, and I don't know how much of that I can afford to contract out and how much of that I'll have to do myself budget-wise. My wife has always said I should always make a GoFundMe page. I don't have the level of, I don't know what you call it, but I can't bring myself to do that. I don't like handouts.
No.
I can't.
It's
hard for me to swallow it.
I don't need it.
And I don't know that if even I had it, I don't know if I would be able to deal with it. I think it would weigh on me so hard that I wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
But basically, I need to be able to build a garage because I went from a 1.5-ish garage with my wife's car and my car and a 2-car carport so I could deal with the storage of a couple of vehicles. So I put a trailer there, so I have a place to store the trailer, because much people think that a trailer is a magical box of fucking solitude. I take my trailer out of the freaking carport for 1 fucking month and it's leaking. So just, it's not magic. All right. A trailer does not seal a vehicle away. So I already had to repair that leak. So, but I need a garage because I moved into a place basically with a 1.5-car garage. So I've almost got it set up to handle 2 cars.
But people want to go racing. and they want to go do it with you.
As much as I
So-
want to be out there, like
No.
I don't know that it'll happen this year. But I
have
suspect
you have
next
to
year.
understand, like, this is fortunate or unfortunate. I don't know. I would think fortunate. People love you now.
I don't understand that. I've been
no,
such a like.
It doesn't matter.
I don't want to say I'm antisocial.
No,
but
doesn't matter.
I've managed to be kind of away from the social.
I'm trying to say something, but like, you are Johnny Lackey. People know you now.
There's gonna be a weird call out here for
No,
that. For
no.
for that statement specifically, I'm gonna make a call.
but
I'm gonna make a shout out to Glenn's son. He used to make fun of me because I would say stuff, and I don't know if it was my ego or just my personality. I'd be like, he would make fun of me because the Asian friend of mine. Not that that's relevant to this statement, but he would be like, "Oh, I'm fucking Johnny."
Yeah. So it's happening more. It's happening more, and people are wanting more time with you in the car. So they're like, how do we do more track days and get more track time with Johnny? So
Well, hopefully having a car that runs on regular fuel will help with that.
yeah. So maybe I'll end with that. I don't know. It's a weird point to end on, but like, people like need more track time.
I would say the thing you probably should end on is we need more time with Jimmy sitting here.
Jimmy's coming.
You have got to sit here
Jimmy's coming.
because we all love you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
people are looking at you hard right now about driving, dude. And
It's I'll
you put yourself there.
be very
You put yourself there.
forward, whatever you want to call it, but it's a weird thing because I've always hated egos.
You don't have an ego, but you have something.
But how do you balance?
But you have something that you can pass on.
How do you balance ego, and how do you balance that with accepting? How do you say, like, oh, I'm great at something, but I don't have an ego? How do you do that?
You don't have an ego. You don't.
I mean, I try not to in every circumstance.
Because you don't push on people. But you do have something that you can teach to people. You do.
I will agree with that. I do. I do love teaching it to people.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
And they don't think you have an ego. Nobody I know that rides with you, that is willing to ride with you. Nobody.
Intermission.
No.
You man. Man.
Nobody says.
Called it so good. How long have y'all been listening?
Just a few minutes.
Just a few,
like
20,
10
30, 40,
seconds.
50 minutes.
Just checking on things. All right.
All right, so
I think.
I'm gonna take Beanie home.
y'all heading out?
I'll
Yep.
take him home.
It's a done deal.
Is Jackie here?
Yeah.
And Evan.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's dead, so
What?
I'm fixing it. No, don't worry, the audio's still good.
Oh, okay.
We can hear you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's gotten farther and farther away. I will say that.
I'm right here. I'm
Right here. Like, it was 1 inch, now it's 7 inches. I wish we could all say that, right?
Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna put this right here.
What are you talking about?
He's reverting to one
Let's go.
camera.
Let's go. We're done.
You done?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna hang out a little bit longer, and we're gonna pretend these mics are running.
Don't worry. All right, y'all. Say bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Have a good
thanks
one.
for being part of Chops. Johnny Lackey, always
Thank you, Mino.
pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Mike, you're here.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
I have to piss so bad.
I'm right there with you.
Y'all having a good time?
Wanna go?
Yeah. All right. I'll be quick.
I'll Audio's still going. You can let it keep going if you want. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. I think we're done.
You think you're done? You having fun?
It was hard. The first one, after a long time, is hard, dude. Like, what do you talk about?
You just start bullshitting. That's good.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's your limited edition. Whatever.
Whatever.
Alright.
I have to piss so bad.